All right, so welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, AD744. So today, guys, we'll do our round of 16 recap, and we got our good friend of mine's Doodle, and his nation was in the Euros. Unfortunately, his nation finished bottom. His nation is unfortunately not in the round of 16.
4 points. With 4 points, the most. It's first ever time this has happened.
Yeah.
Obviously, well, first time it's happened, but
yeah. First time it's happened in a 2014 format because apparently it's happened before, just not in a 2014 format. Yeah. Very, very unfortunate for Ukraine, and maybe we'll have another debate for another time. Should the tournaments be with 2014s? Because I'm not a huge fan of third place.
I feel like it's at the same time, I think for that debate, the one thing is obviously it's cool seeing countries like Georgia make it through. That obviously there's that argument. Seeing those kind of countries just make it through, but at the same time, I can kind of see. But I think that's a debate for another day. I think a lot of people's opinions can differ. I personally, for me, I can get arguments of both sides. I can understand which side, why both sides support which side. So I think it's what it
is. Yeah. Maybe we'll have that as a future debate show topic. Obviously we'll probably have it. Yeah, maybe potentially maybe in August we can do because I'm going to go on vacation at the second half of July.
Yeah, who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. But anyways, we'll talk about that another time. We'll talk about that another time because we're going to be here all day if we do that. So we're going to start with the first game first. So actually, you know what? Let's wait a few minutes for people to get in, just for people to pop in.
Right. I think I'll just say that we're probably going to go in order of the games, basically, how they went from this round and just up to the Austria-Turkey game, which, interesting game. But yeah, that's the order, really. Obviously, some games we're going to talk more about. Some games not as much, but we'll try to balance it out. We'll try to balance out the conversations.
Yeah. So we're gonna probably start in a few minutes. I'll wait. Maybe we'll start in 3 minutes. I'll give you guys 3 minutes, guys, so for you guys to pop in. Then
I gotta give an apology to Turkey as well. I kind of need to apologize as well. I think their defense. Yeah, I read that. Oh.
Yeah, I need to apologize too. So we'll give you guys a few minutes. In the meantime, actually, you know what? Since I haven't brought you on before for the Euros, I think you've been pretty busy. You could give your quick thoughts about Ukraine, how Ukraine did. What's your thoughts on Ukraine?
I mean, obviously disappointing because we went out of the group. Obviously, I think a lot of people expected us to go through, obviously, especially me. At the same time, though, if you look at it, it's 4 points theoretically in this format should be enough to get you through. If we look at it from that sense. But the reason why I went out, let's be honest, is because we lost 3-0 to Romania. That's literally why I went out. It's not because of the Belgium game. It's because of the Romanian game. Because if we do not lose that game, actually, I think if we only lost that game 1-0 or something, I think we would have went through. The fact we lost 3-0 is exactly why Ukraine did not make it through. And yes, they were amazing goals and everything, but I just think that we should have done better. That's my opinion. It's just that Romania game. Yes, we obviously bounced back against Slovakia, and we could have won the Belgium game, but ultimately, playing that poorly in that Romania game is why. And this is the thing with tournament football. In tournament football, you make one mistake, and that one mistake could punish you and just send you out of it. So that's what's dangerous about tournament football, and that's why you got to be. That's why every single game, pretty much, if you're not qualified, you got to focus on every single game, especially the first matches. It's actually proven that if you win your first match, and this is I'm not making this up, this is statistics and everything prove that if you win your first match in any tournament, World Cup, Euros, Copa America, any kind of tournament, it's it's more likely that you're going to go through the group if you win your first match. Obviously, that does not always happen. That doesn't always happen, but it's just, increased odds. If you win your first match, it's more likely you're going to get through the group. That's just, it's just proven that way. So we lost that game. We lost 3-0, and we tried to fight back, but, it didn't
I'm here. What's up, guys? What's up?
All right. Yeah. So we're gonna let's now start with the round of 16. So dude, I know you're probably I know you're probably not gonna, you don't probably want to talk about Ukraine too long, so it's probably better we switch gears.
Yeah.
So anyways, let's start with the first game we got here. Switzerland 2, Italy 0. And I think it's only right that Doodle starts with this one first because he is an avid Serie A fan. Now, he is an Italian. Let me make that clear. He's not Italian. He's Ukrainian.
But I have a lot of knowledge of Italy. I have a lot of knowledge.
So it's kind of like Italy's you're kind of would you say you're your second nation?
I wouldn't. Nah, I'm not like Italian at all. But like the thing is, like we just fall because you're a Serie A fan. Yeah, it's just kind of Italian Serie A fans basically make you follow the Italy national team one way or another. But like, you're not a true Serie A fan if you have nothing. Like if you don't know anything about Italy, but you're a Serie A fan, they're gonna say you're fake. So there's that.
Yeah. Okay. Just continue.
So first of all, I want to say before we start talking about Italy, I want to say congratulations to Switzerland. They were excellent. I think it was a deserved victory for them. Again, I'm not really shocked that this happened. I think a lot of people actually are not really shocked. I don't know if this is an upset or not, but I think we all know Switzerland, a very good team, very energetic, very physical, very organized. They always last time they gave France the problems, they knocked France out last Euros. We remember that. Like they're a team that can hurt you if you're not careful. And they drew to Germany and did nearly beat Germany in this tournament. So this is not a team that you just got to take lightly. With that being said, though, Italy's performance overall was just so disjointed. It just felt like they were not like the lineup from Spalletti was absolutely horrendous. And we're going to get into that. The substitutions did not work at all. The tactics were just everything that could have gone. And obviously, the players also got to take responsibility. I love Barella. Nicola Barella is one of my favorite players. He was really bad in this game. I can say it right now. He was really poor in this game. In the midfield, he was not active at all. Brian Cristante, I don't know why this guy's even playing. He's just not really good. A lot of Serie A fans will tell you, even Roma fans tell you he's not a good player. I think Gianluigi Donnarumma was the only truly good player for Italy in this game. And look, I see that the green rating for Di Lorenzo. If anyone watched this game, you all know that Di Lorenzo was absolutely horrible in this game. Do not let the rating fool you. And this whole tournament. And this guy played 90 minutes in every single game. And Spalletti even said, Di Lorenzo is like my son. How am I going to substitute him? That's nepotism, and I think that kind of thing should not be allowed in international, in any kind of football, not just international. You're as a coach, as a manager, it's your job to get the best out of your team, and also you can't just continuously start someone just because you're affiliated to them in one or another. This is a professional sport. This is the highest level of football. If he's underperforming, you can't keep him on. It does not matter. Even if let's say, if I'm a coach of a team and my son is playing for it, let's just say, that's just hypothetical, don't worry. But let's just say, if your son is playing for it, yeah, you love your son, but if he's not playing good, are you going to pick him just because you're your son? You're not going to do it, right? So I just think that was just so much nepotism. And Italy as a whole in this game, they just felt the pressing was off. Their passing was not good. They barely created anything. Yeah, Scamacca hit the post, but aside from that, nothing really much. They never looked like scoring in this game. Their energy levels were just dull. And that first half especially was one of the worst I've ever seen from an Italian national team. And yeah, I mean, I just think they were not prepared for this game at all. A lot of bad decisions by Spalletti, and I think it all culminated into what we saw, the result, which is Switzerland deservedly won very comfortably. That's really as much. There's not much else to say.
Yeah. So, dude, I want to ask you this question as a Syria correspondent. I don't want to go into this debate because we had this debate, I think, a few years ago. I don't know if you remember this. Me and Doodle, we actually did a breakdown. What is wrong with Italy national team?
Yeah. I remember. After the Macedonia game. Yeah.
And it feels like, I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like everything is still the same.
Honestly, I would say in a way it got even worse. Because let's be honest, back then, we all know Federico Chiesa, he was a more... Now, obviously, Chiesa tore his ACL since then. And, he's not been as good anymore. That being said, though, yet he's not a good player on the right wing. I'm just giving an example. He's a right-footed winger that likes to cut in. He's a left winger. You got to play him on the left. On the right, he's not as effective. And another thing is, Italy since then, the quality, I think, kind of dropped as well, decreased. It just feels like their team is just disjointed. Previously, when Italy, I remember, Italy's strongest point was their midfield. That midfield is completely gone now. Verratti is not there anymore. Tonali had that ban. And it just feels like now it's just not a balanced midfield at all. I mean, you're playing Fagioli as a 6, and Fagioli's a talented player, but 1, he hasn't played for a whole year for Juventus, only played 3 games when season was over, and 2, he's not a defensive midfielder. Yeah, he's a good passer, but he's not a defensive midfielder. I'm not the highest rater of Jorginho, but he's an actual number 6. And I personally think defensive midfielder is one of, if not the most important positions in football. If you're not going to play an actual defensive midfielder, I always think you're just trying to screw yourself with that. he should have started, in my opinion. And the fact that he did not start just so that Cristante could start, that I just don't agree with that. Like, I just think it's not like Italy's problems, I think, got even worse because back then, at least, you would say that, okay, at least they were like more compact defensively. In this tournament, we all saw that Italy's defense was not good at all. And I kind of feared it. I kind of had the feeling that maybe it's not going to be as good because obviously last time they had Chiellini and Bonucci, but they were already in their twilight years, and Italy should have worked on replacing them. And they do have some center backs, but Spalletti just did not play with some of those good center back options. He plays Gianluca Mancini, who's just not a great. And yes, I get that Calafiori was suspended for this game. Context should be used. Calafiori was suspended for this game, but he could have played Buongiorno, who has been one of, if not the best center back this season in Serie A for Torino. He should have played him. He didn't play him at all in this tournament. That's just what I think. It's just bad management. That's just my opinion. Like,
yeah. So I want to ask you: Do you think what's the issue with Italy? Do you think it's a players issue, or do you think it's a manager issue, or do you think both?
I feel like it's kind of a both. Honestly, when Italy first got Spalletti, I was actually happy with that appointment. Like, obviously, as a neutral, I was still happy. Like, I thought that, okay, he won the Serie A of Napoli, so I thought, yeah, he was gonna take some time, Obviously, international football, you don't get as much time as in club football to instill your ideas. You don't get as much time. So you got to pick up your best players, put them in their best positions, and have them play and just build around them and just hope that they're going to do well. Just, like, give them freedom. That's what I say. Spalletti, unfortunately, if you look at this Italian squad, a lot of these players, like Inter won the Serie A, we play with a 3-5-2. And because of that, and a lot of these players also play in clubs that play with a back three. And he could have played. Yes. And he just did not do that. He just decided to just go with a back four, like it's 4-3-3. 4-3-3 worked for Italy 3 years ago, but that was 3 years ago. We're in 2024 right now. And even then, even in in Mancini's last few days, it was already wearing off. So you got to adapt. And 4-3-3 for this Italian squad is just not it. Or 4-2-3-1. Yes, I get that Spalletti wants to play a certain way, but in international football, where you don't get as much time, you don't have any transfers or anything like that, you got to just build around a squad that has, you got to give the squad as much freedom as possible, and you got to place the right players in right positions and get the maximum out of them, because you don't have as much time to get your coaching philosophy done with them. You just got to take the reign, give them free reign, just put them in the formation that they're most comfortable in and just hope that their talent then sees it through. But he did not do any of that, and that ultimately led to the elimination.
Yeah, and also, let's be real. Italy got lucky to make round of 16.
Yeah, let's be honest. If Zaccagni does not score the goal, they're out. Literally, they would have been out.
Yeah, they wouldn't be one of the best third-place teams. They wouldn't be one of the best third-place teams.
Let's be honest, even before that, Spain, Italy ended 1-0, right? Let's be honest, that game, it's so lucky it didn't end 5-0. Spain just lacked that finishing. We all know Spain's weakness, as for many years, has been the clinical aspect of the game. But they completely dominated that game, and Italy just, even against their most convincing performance was against Albania. And let's be honest, with all due respect, and if there's any Albanians in here, I'm not trying to disrespect your nation by any means. I actually enjoyed watching your nation this Euros, but let's be honest, it's Albania. You expect Italy to dominate against Albania, and even then, Albania gave them a scare. I mean, they conceded the earliest goal in European Championship history. So, they've never been convincing. And I think this result was coming. It was coming. And I think it's not a surprise, in my opinion, that it actually lost. It's not really a shock.
Yeah, you know what the scary thing for Italy is that you haven't even mentioned this. The midfield, the defense.
Yeah.
That attack is garbage.
That attack is garbage. I kind of mentioned on Chiesa. I already said that Chiesa on the right does not work as much. But let's be honest. The striker position, that's actually, remember last time we spoke about Italy, that was the exact issue. It has not improved at all. You had Immobile last time, now you have Gianluca Scamacca. Nothing really any different.
Let me cook.
Wait. Let's do it finish.
Okay.
So,
and El Shaarawy, Estef and El Shaarawy, I mean, are we in 2014 or are we in 2024? Because we're not in 2014 anymore. Why is this guy even playing right now? This guy was in China for a year. This guy is literally in China, and then he just goes back to Roma and just watches the bench. Why is he even playing? Stupid decisions like this I just don't understand what the thought process was. The only thing I'm going to excuse Spalletti for is, yes, Calafiori was suspended. I get it. But even then, you had better center back options than Gianluca Mancini, and you did not. You played Di Lorenzo again. Di Lorenzo, this whole tournament, in my opinion, has been the worst player for Italy. He has played exactly the same amount as Gianluigi Donnarumma. And Donnarumma's a keeper. So, big warning signs there.
And what's also crazy? There's no continuity with the lineups. Like,
that's another thing. Like I always say, and that's the biggest thing. There's no continuity, and that you can't have that. Like you need a lineup. You gotta know your best lineup, and you gotta stick to it. You gotta stick to it. Only make changes if you have injuries or suspensions. That's it. Yeah. Otherwise, you gotta stick to it.
So, and the last question, then I'll give it to Vic because I know Vic's been dying to speak.
Yeah.
Do you think Italy should sack Spalletti, or do you think?
Well, I mean, they're gonna say they're not gonna do it, but I think it's gonna come down to the Nations League, and they're in a difficult group. Like they have France, they have Belgium, they have Israel. Well, I mean, they're not, but I personally, I think if they sacked him right now, I would not be shocked or opposed to it. I get the argument. Personally, I think I would probably do it because this squad, with all that we've said, it's still better than Switzerland, and to not even just lose to Switzerland, but just get dominated in every aspect and just not even show much threat at all. It's just, I think, embarrassing. And to go out in round of 16 like that and barely qualify out of a group, I just think it's unexpected. It's unexpected.
And also remember, they're the defending champions. And also, guys, I have a crazy stat for you guys.
Yep, there you go. That's that.
I have a crazy stat for you guys. Now I'll let Vic cook. The last 3 Euros, the defending champions have gone out of the round of 16.
So kind of, when there was a stat in the World Cup, when there was that curse, supposed curse before France spoke it, when the defending champion just got grouped. Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah, and also, and I will say this right now: I dare Italy not to make the next World Cup. I dare them.
Especially if it's being format changing. Europe is getting 3 extra spots. If they still don't make it, you may as well just stop. You may as well just hand over your World Cup back.
Yeah, I'll say this right now with Spalletti. I don't think you should sack him, but if you don't qualify for World Cup, he's definitely.
I think you should be on thin ice. At least you should be on thin ice.
Thin ice is fair. All right, Vic, man. Now it's your time to cook. I know you've been waiting to cook.
Shout out to Italy. Shout out to these. Wait, I'm not speaking right now. Shout out to the Italians, bro. These guys, the only thing good about them nowadays is their national anthem. We will never stop being awesome.
Pizza, and that's it.
It's the only aura they got left. Other than that, everything else from them has been awful. For the president, Donnarumma managed to revitalize his career because at PSG, he's been known for being a mistake-prone type of goalkeeper. So he somehow regained his aura at Italy, which is weird. On the other hand, for Switzerland, this is a surprising. I keep underrating these guys. I keep forgetting that they're actually a well-coached team. And for me, for me lacking my awareness in international football, I was pretty surprised that Italy got so dominated in such an embarrassing manner that Italy just kept the ball just to keep it, because as soon as they lost it, Switzerland was on them with their counters and just finding space, finding chances very easily. I did not expect them to be so pathetically disorganized. And for the manager, he's highly rated, and so for me, he should have been not doing better with his selection. And overall, I'm more happy to know that Switzerland is a competitive team and is going through, rightfully so, because now we can see an even much more entertaining knockout stage in the later run. But for Italy, once again, disappointing. I don't think the Italians, they deserve such a mediocre squad, to represent their nation. They deserve better. And for me, hopefully one day, Italy starts producing actual real talent, actual outstanding talent, that we used to have,
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Pirlo, and talent of that caliber. But
dude, it's
won't
crazy.
Be likely.
It's crazy. There's no Italian player that's anywhere near the likes of Pirlo, Baggio, Maldini.
It's just if you had to
The
name like
Tuso.
world-class Italian players right now, I'm not gonna say it because I'm gonna sound very biased, but if you two had to name like current world-class Italian players, who would it be?
Right now,
Yeah, right now.
Probably.
I don't
It's
think
probably
there is
Barella.
one, bro.
I think Barella's the closest.
Yeah.
I think these
so.
players are we have good and great Italians, but we don't have that world class, outstanding talent that the world is
Well, it
begging
depends.
for. The,
See, world class is a term I don't really like to use because
I don't like
a lot of people have different definitions.
no,
for
no, no.
world
There
class.
is there's only one definition for world class, and that's the one that stands out. That player that is above the rest. And for
Yeah.
me, Italy has had world class talent. Spain used to have world class talent. There's a limited amount of nations that is producing world class talent right now. Right now, we only have great players. We don't have the world class. Messi.
Yeah, there's a difference
For me-
between great and world-class.
This is why I separated. Buffon was a world class goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Pirlo for me was one of a kind world class. For me, there's so many types of
Maldini was a world-class
talent.
defender. Let's just say.
Yeah, no, like the world class was there, and right now there isn't any.
Right now they got no one. I agree. But great players, some world-class. I mean, it's debatable.
Yeah.
debatable.
And,
World class is
yeah.
outstanding, bro. It's the guy that everyone wants. You know.
Yeah, I can see why people are saying Barella and Bastoni. I mean, I love both. Like, aside from that, though, but Donnarumma, honestly, Donnarumma, like, if you count PSG, I mean, he's on fraud watch, so I don't even know.
I'm still not sold by Donnarumma. I feel like he's one of those. I feel like he's a good leader for his national team. I feel like he's the type of guy that when
he's better for the national team.
When he represents his national team, he
actually
takes it
locks in.
seriously.
Yeah, but
much
at
more
PSG
focused. For me, the PSG don't his bad performances at PSG could potentially be PSG's fault because a lot of world class goalkeepers go over there and they don't really do well for some weird reason.
But I just think overall, but even without, like, let's say if they don't have any world-class players, they should, I think, talent-wise, they should be beating Switzerland. But as we know, talent alone is not enough. Switzerland were just better, more organized, well drilled, and that's literally why they won.
I'd say like you need more than just a crop of good players. You need a strategy. You need chemistry amongst each other. So if the players they don't know how to play with each other, that's also an issue. For me,
This sounds a lot like U.S. men's national team, but we're not going to
a lot of factors to what makes a competitive team. Hence why right now the teams with most chemistry and it's right now in the Euros for me it's Spain. Or freaking.
And we're going to get into those.
Turkey has insane amount of chemistry, as I saw today.
Well, we'll talk about them in a minute.
Slovenia had an insane amount of. I was talking about chemistry. Slovenia had chemistry. So for me, that's what Italy is lacking. This Switzerland team also has it, and they're very focused. They know what they need to do. Their plan can lead them to victory, it could lead them to a defeat, but it doesn't matter because as long as they have a game plan to execute. They have a chance to win. And for me, Italy doesn't have that. Their percentage of winning a game is slowly depending on individual brilliance. And if that's not available, then they're not going to win the game because they don't have any solutions or anything to try. Very disappointing from Italy. They should be doing better with their management. Like it's sad for me to see 2 World Cups in my lifetime and then not being in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's really sad.
It's very sad. So for me, if we live to see the next World Cup, let's hope these guys are in there to spice because it's one of those.
Yeah, World Cup Italy just does not feel the same. It just feels.
It doesn't feel the same, bro. Like they have to be in there.
They have 4 World Cups. They're only behind Brazil. Like it just does not feel the same without.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah,
we have to see them. So.
Yeah, Italy for me, like I said, the thing with Italy is that heritage can only take you so far.
Yeah.
You know, like and I think it's time to accept that. I think it's time for us to accept that Italy is not the best anymore.
I feel like they need to start adapting modern tactics into their league and into their.
I think they just need to lower their egos a bit. Just admit that your name, just because you're Italy, that's not your aura's not there anymore. That aura's not gonna carry you anymore. Just gotta adapt now. Just gotta switch up and just move on with your thing. Move on to the next generation. Try something new. Enough of this kind of thing. Like that's just what they gotta do.
Like for me, they should start sending young Italians to different leagues, bro. Different academies that are very that train them really well. They know that produce really quality players like
Yeah, do you think?
Dortmund or
Yeah.
Ajax or even Barca's academy. Like start sending Italians all over, bro. So you can
Yeah, it's not.
eventually
Don't.
start. You like, bro. We know what they're lacking, bro. They're lacking that freaking technical ability, bro. That
They are
freaking.
lacking that so much. And the thing is, they used to be one of the most technical players. The Italians always had one of the most technical players. I don't know where that is anymore. Like, there's barely any now.
Do you think because I do want to talk about Switzerland real quick because we have to move to the next
Well,
one.
one last thing I want to say, they should, bro. Like, what happened? Like, retain your art of defending, bro. Like, that was your secret weapon, bro.
That was their identity. Like,
That was
they
your
don't have that
identity,
anymore.
bro. Like, bro,
Catenaccio.
they weren't, bro. Like,
Yeah.
people don't understand the art of defense. I learned it from the damn Italians, bro. Like, these guys, they don't, bro. Their defending is perfection. It's well timed. It's about reading your opponent's every move and not causing a foul. Like, just being perfect and being the absolute most intelligent guy that knows how to retrieve the ball, bro. Like, that's what these guys did.
And then they were deadly on counterattacks because of it. They don't have that anymore.
That is missing, bro. And for me, they need to go back and find the art of defending and start setting young attackers from a very young age and start training them, bro, because that's what they're lacking.
Yeah, and let's talk about Switzerland, guys. Let's talk about them real quick.
Right.
Because Switzerland, man, I've always underestimated them in tournament. It feels like every tournament that you
I always
underestimate
do this as well. I always underestimate them, and then I always remember, why am I sleeping on this team? Because they're so known for doing this. But like, if you can see, and honestly, this team, this Switzerland team, they're just, if you look at their team and just the way they play and with how much intensity they play, they can really hurt a lot of teams wherever they play. And I'm gonna say this: I see them beating England.
Me too, bro.
I see them beating England. But we're gonna get to play about it.
Yeah,
but I just think that they're gonna be really, whoever would have faced them, they would have struggled. Any team would have struggled because they're so organized. They're so well drilled and so organized.
Guys, I'm not even joking around to say this. I could see Switzerland winning this Euros. I can see it. I'm not even joking around. I'm not joking around, guys. I'm being serious.
I mean, who knows? We never know, right?
Yeah, like you know what the weird thing is? Switzerland were so bad in the qualifiers. They're in an easy group. And like people are like how are we in an easy group and just barely clinching second place? With,
Scotland were great in their qualifiers, and how did they play? So that's the thing. Qualifiers, it does not matter. Like, not that it doesn't matter, but like tournament football is different.
Tournament means more, right?
Yeah.
And for Switzerland, they're very well coached. Xhaka is amazing. Foiler, Akanji, Sommer. Guys, this Switzerland team has players. It's not like these are like. It's not like they have bumps,
Abisher, Vargas, Andoy, a lot of these. And the thing is also, if you look at a lot of their players, a lot of Serie A players are in that Swiss team. So,
my jeez,
like there's a lot of them. So that definitely, I think, prepared them even more for this because they know how Italian football is. So,
yeah. So Vic, do you have anything to say about Switzerland? Before
guys, I'm making my bed right now. Just give me a minute. I'll be right back. I already spoken about Switzerland enough, so yeah.
Okay.
That's something.
Yeah. So let's go through the comments, guys. So we already had 28 minutes. We got to go to the other games. We got to make the other games concise. Okay, so Patrick Muse is a member for 3 months. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you for your patronage, guys. Remember, guys, to become a member of the channel, it's only $1 per month, guys. Access to members' videos, member streams, all the good stuff. And probably during my vacation, I'll probably do some member videos for you guys because obviously I probably won't be able to stream. So, yeah. Patrick Muse said also Turkey are one of the most shocking teams through the quarterfinals. We'll get to Turkey, man. We'll get to Turkey. Yeah, I'm Turkish. Yeah. I will apologize, man. Don't worry, Adam. I will eat. I'm fair. Like, if I say anything bad about you, I will apologize. So that's how I roll. At least again. I never liked the third place thing. Yeah, the format's got to change. But how? Yeah, winning your first game sets the tempo. RG lost their first match to Saudi Arabia, won the 2003 World Cup. Doodle said most, okay? Pookie said sub, guys. Adam, that's the problem. Italy are washed. Switzerland will make the semifinals. Final from me. Italy went from Del Piero, Totti, Ravanoli, Tony, etc. to Scaramanga and Retegui. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, Totti. Totti's also another incredible player.
Totti for Italy wasn't actually that good, but yeah.
Okay, well, he has a big name. Let's put it this way.
Yeah, obviously.
All the Italian strikers represent Argentina. Ha ha. It's no coincidence. Serie A declining. I was also meant Italy.
No, actually, it's kind of opposite. Serie A is actually on a
who's going too deep with nationalities and Italians and Argentinians? Relax.
Okay, but I think Tari means like Serie A declining in the sense of European competitions.
Yeah, maybe,
Like-
but I think as a league, I don't think so.
I feel like they're coming back a little bit. They're doing a lot better than a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But
Atalanta won
Yeah.
this thing, so
Yeah, Martinez is an Italian. I know not Olo. Dude, RG have connections with Italy. Messi's
like,
half Italian.
go get Martinelli, bro. You can't tell me Martinelli is Italian. What is he doing at Brazil?
Because a lot of Argentinians have Italian heritage and history.
Yeah.
Where's Rank, man? Where's Rank when you need him, man? Rank, I need you to come on,
My
man.
favorite ever footballer is Argentinian, Javier Zanetti. So
Ooh. Interesting. So many Argentine players, legend Serie A. He's half Italian. If Switzerland hop on the front foot against England, they will cruise by.
we'll get to England. We'll get to England.
We'll see. I know Tari. Balta is still Italy's best striker.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Oh, you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Insigne didn't even get called up. I'm sorry. I'm taking Insigne over El Shaarawy. I don't care if Insigne is playing
as well. At this point, I may as well. You may as well bring Graziano Pelle from retirement at this point.
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry. Insigne, sure, he's playing MLS. Dude, El Shaarawy is garbage. I'm sorry. He's washed.
Yeah, he should be playing in MLS. Actually, even
Right,
MLS,
you know, it should be the other way around. It should be the other way around if you think about it.
well, to be honest, Insigne's last final season in Italy, in Napoli, was good. So, but El Shaarawy should probably be like, if Insigne is in MLS, then El Shaarawy should probably be in in South Korean first division.
Yeah, Verratti's a big miss. Yeah, do you think they miss Verratti?
Definitely. Oh my God, Verratti was this team's best player in Euro 2021. He was their best player. I can.
People don't talk about Verratti in that Euros. I don't know why.
I don't know why. In my opinion, he was their best player. He controlled the games for them. He was.
You don't know why they don't talk about him in the Euros.
Oh no! Don't tell me it's by his personal life.
No.
No.
Don't talk about him because he lost
should have been more hyped, in my opinion.
He lost a midfield ball against Busquets and Pedri, baby Pedri. It's peak. That's why they don't talk about him. That was quite a lucky game for the Italians in that Euros.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Italy got lucky to make the.
I beg, go back and watch that game. That was a one-sided.
The final was one-sided.
Chiesa without the ACL injury was a beast. Unfortunately, he got that injury.
Dude, Chiesa was so clutch.
But now he's kind of just fallen off, really.
Yeah, bro, that's what happens when you get major injuries, bro. You're not the same.
Oh my. Okay, actually, Doodle, do you agree with this? I think even Immobile would help more than Girls.
No. No. Just no. Come on.
T-Mobile ain't doing jack.
Dude, I don't care how bad Scamacca is. I'm still taking him over Immobile.
I'll take
wasn't he the reason?
Retegui can at least run. Immobile can't even run anymore.
Isn't he the reason why they didn't make the World Cup? Immobile? Isn't he the reason? I swear he was the reason they didn't
don't know if you don't rate Scamacca or Retegui, at least they're in better form than Immobile has been washed for 2 years now. Please.
Dude.
Factos.
He's just a pen merchant, man. That's all he is.
He's not even that anymore.
Yeah, he missed
Still
it.
has the Italian. The foreign players carry Serie A so much.
That's a debate for another day, I think.
Yeah, that's a debate for another time. He chose the right country, lol, I guess. Serie A isn't terrible. I mean, Inter were great this year, plus Atalanta won the Europa League. Yeah, I don't think this is really. I think this is more on Italy itself. I don't think this is directly related to Serie A.
This is a lot of coaching. This is a lot of some of the players, and this is a lot about nepotism. That's what I think.
Yeah. None of them are elite teams. Inter Milan are the best team in Serie A, but are broke. Yeah, that's true. I'll say Italian team is a hot pod right now. Agreed, Tari. Foreign players carry a lot of leagues, though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's that's kind of true with every league, honestly, you could say. Yeah, exactly, Boogie. I dropped my like. Thank you. Serie A used to be Italian players up there, too, but not as much as anymore. There's not Italian players.
Rules changed since then, so rules changed since then.
Okay, actually, what do you agree with as a doodle? Do you think that there's no Italian player as a top 10 player in the world?
That's a bit tough to answer. If I had to go through it, I'm not going to go through it right now. I'll say this. There's no top 5. I can agree to that. Top 10, debatable. Very debatable.
Yeah, I feel like DeMarco, for me, is one of the best left backs in the world.
Yeah, Barella's one of the best midfielders. And, Bastoni's up there in center back. So, very debatable. Top 5, no, but top 10 will maybe
potentially. Italy doesn't have experience either anymore. They have a young squad, not as much. Barella, Buster, probably come closest to top 10. I would say Barella only. His best player is Donnarumma. Is not even close. Shout out to Donnarumma, man. Donnarumma played really well for Italy.
He was the best player for Italy in this tournament. I'll say this.
And it's really crazy when your best player is a goalkeeper.
That just says everything, does it not? That just says everything.
Yeah, that says a lot about your team. It was best fair. Italy drew versus Croatia was for nothing. I wish Croatia won. Now you can't say it wasn't for nothing because they wouldn't have made the round of 16, man. What are you saying?
Dude, Croatia probably would have gotten smacked as well. Let's be honest.
I wish Croatia won. Yeah, Donnarumma needs to leave that rotten club PSG. Donnarumma's been the best player this series. Yeah, same. Croatia got so unlucky to concede goals late in 2 games. El Shaarawy's half Egyptian. Yeah, where did I pull El Shaarawy from? I feel old now. Now I mentioned that year, 2014. Yeah, plays for Roma. It's like we haven't seen him in so long. Okay. All right. Spalletti should stay. I still scrap the Nations League. Dude, Nations League is not going to get scrapped anytime soon.
It's not going to get scrapped. Come on. It's not going to get scrapped.
I also agree. I don't think the Nations... Well, actually, you know what? I don't mind the Nations League. It's just that there's too much games.
That's what I say. Yeah. Should be a bit more balanced. That's what I'm...
Dude, I love how Asia does their thing. They do the World Cup qualifiers and Asia Cup qualifiers combined together.
I love that as well. Yep. I think that should be the same for all of them. All these.
Why does the other confederations do that? That's what I'm saying. It's just stupid.
Money.
Yeah. So we said now second would be so he's gonna give the Nations League and World Cup a cycle, but he's gonna have to find the best system built from there.
As I said, maybe not sack him right now, but thin ice. He has to be on thin ice. If he messes up the Nations League campaign, that's it. I think he gets fired. I think he's gonna get sacked.
Makes you think. First time in life I'm seeing Turkey the knockouts. I was only toddler when they had the run in 2008. Dang, in the cuisine. Every team other Switzerland has good enough domestically developed players. Syria needs money too. Yeah, Syria's basically in the 90s. Donnarumma, Barella stand out all for me. Barella, best strength for me. Barella. World class means you have to be consistent to a high level every season.
Yeah, definitely.
And also, I think another thing with world class, you have to perform for both club and country.
Yep, definitely.
You can't just be a club merchant. You can't be a club merchant.
Or you can't be a country merchant also. You got to be for both.
So that's why I don't rate Donnarumma as world class, because he doesn't do it for
That's
PSG.
The same here for me. Yeah.
So, yeah, Italy haven't necessarily been representing themselves on the world stage, missing World Cups and all. Donnarumma is world class for Italy. Yeah. Donnarumma is wasting his career at PSG. Agreed. He still has to improve himself at PSG. Or transfer out of PSG and improve himself better club. He needs to leave the wrong club, PSG. Yeah, just don't go to PSG, man. That's the simplest thing.
Yeah.
Thing is, you don't need. Yeah, thing is, you don't need world class players
this
to build
is what
the
I'm
world's
saying.
real thing.
Like, who's world class on Switzerland? Let's be honest. Like, is Xhaka? Okay, maybe. Sommer? Probably. Maybe. Sommer. I rate Sommer a lot, obviously. So
Akanji?
Akanji. World class. World class may be a bit stretch. Good player. World class is a bit stretch, I think. But I would say, it's a well drilled team. Like, they're a team. They're well drilled. They know what to do. So that's why they won. That's really it.
Bulgaria Maps is the winner. Germany versus Spain is winning.
That's also what I think as well. We're gonna get into that. So
let me just say this right now. That feels too perfect. that feels too perfect. But it could happen. I'm not saying it can't happen, but we'll see. For a good team, you need team chemistry, experience, a good coach, a good talent. A lot of factors make a good team. Exactly. Yes. Panama haven't been to a World Cup more recently than. Panama have been to a World Cup more recently, at least since 2014. But yeah, man, I can't believe you actually mentioned Panama. That gives me PTSD. But anyway, so that is true. That is true. And if you have players that play with your heart, you'll see how motivated they play. Georgia and Turkey, for example, they're super patriotic. And France could call Conte, who plays in Saudi Arabia. Why can't Italy call Verratti? Yeah, actually, why do they call Verratti still?
I don't know. I guess they want to move on, but they're not doing it in the correct way. But
dude, Verratti is still better than Cristante. He's still better than Facchiola, I would say.
But I think they also left some players at home that probably should have called up. So, I don't blame them too much for not calling up Verratti. But if you're gonna bring Cristante, you may as well bring Verratti from Qatar. But a finished Verratti still probably starts for this team.
Yeah. All right. Verratti's finished. Adam, 100%. Unfortunately, Verratti's level has dropped. Conte's a Saudi, but his level didn't drop. He just chose to get the back. Was it Conte Dean finish? True. Yeah, I guess he does a thrive for France. Now, Conte just became injury prone and Chelsea forced him out along with the other senior players, but he wasn't actually finished. So I guess Verratti could be called back. They defended well versus Spain, to be fair. Yeah, actually, defensively, they were okay against Spain. They weren't too bad.
Di Lorenzo was horrible, but others three.
Yeah. Could be a squad experience release. All right, I think we're gonna I'm gonna go through your comments, but I'm not gonna go through all speed up time's sake. So because we're already 40 minutes and we still have 7 more games to go through. So
Yeah, that's why we gotta adjust it.
yeah. All right, okay. So, all right, let's move to the next game, man. Let's move to the next game. Next game out here is Germany versus Denmark. Now, this game I don't really have much else to say.
Me neither. I think all I can say is I'll say this. Obviously, unlucky for Denmark with that call, the offside call. We all know that. Like, I don't necessarily agree with it, that rule personally, but it's, I guess, in terms of in terms of rules, it's a correct decision. I get why people are pissed about it though, but like, I think aside from that though, Germany not the most convincing, but they got the job done. I don't think there's really much else to say. I think in this it's just that Germany have officially established themselves one of the favorites of the tournament. They're at home, so I don't know if there's really much else to say about this game, except that if that Denmark goal counted, maybe it would have been an even more interesting game. But aside from that, I think that this game, not the best game, right? It's just, I don't know. It just felt like there's not much really else to say. I just think it was just the standard Germany game that they won.
And also, fun fact for you guys, this is a crazy stat. This is the first time Germany have won a knockout game in international football since 2016. Because I'm not including Confederations Cup. So, this is crazy. That's crazy. I don't know if you guys knew that.
I knew it because they got grouped last 2 World Cups and they lost to England in the last Euro. So, yeah, kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. 8 years. 8 years, man. That's wild. That's wild. I forgot to say something about Switzerland. Them and France, guys, fun fact for you guys, are the only 2 European nations to have consistently advanced to the round of 16 of the last 3 World Cups and the last 3 Euros.
Yeah, crazy. May as well have had it because Germany obviously not as consistent, but hey, they got their job done here. So
yeah, that's crazy. Like Germany didn't do that. Spain didn't even do that. Italy didn't do that. Like that's crazy. That shows how consistent Switzerland is.
Yeah, but as for Germany, I think this game, I don't know if there's much to say except that unlucky call for Denmark. But also you can make an argument that maybe Schlotterbeck's goal should have counted. Again, I don't know. Like it's a close call, but I think that in the end, I think 2-0 sounds about right for the result.
Yeah. I know people are going to bring up the fact that Denmark should have got that goal and everything. And I also do agree that goal should have counted. But even with that goal counted, I still feel like Germany would have won this game.
Yeah.
Denmark
would have been a bit more. It just would have been less comfortable. Let's just say. But
like it wouldn't have been as comfortable. And Kai Havertz, man, actually had a good game. Actually put up a great game.
Yeah, but I still think, I still think Fulkrug should be starting. That's just my opinion, though.
Okay, here's the thing: if you want to play Havertz, you don't play him as striker. You gotta play McNeil.
I agree. Yeah,
but the issue is,
if you don't know where to fit, the thing is though, are you gonna start him over Musiala or Wirtz or even Gundogan? I don't know, man. So it's kind of
the thing is
tough.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I feel like if you put Gundogan at double pivot, you're not getting the best out of Gundogan.
Yeah, obviously.
You're not.
And also, Andrich and Cruz, they're playing well. So,
they're very compatible.
Yeah.
Very compatible. So,
like, you have a destroyer, Andrich, a physical presence there. You have Cruz, which is, like, able to make some long-range passes. You need that, right? So, I just think that. Passing. So, personally, if you're going to play Havertz, I think you got to be at number 10. I get that he's playing well. I get that at striker he can work, but like he's not a 9. Fulkrug, I think, has done well to show like he's like a 9. Like he's not like a flashy 9. He's not like, let's say, quote unquote modern striker, but he's like a 9. He's a traditional 9. He's gonna get you goals. That's just my opinion though. But as long as it's getting results, I guess people won't really complain much.
Yeah. I think the thing is, like, and then also shout out to Schlotterbeck. Schlotterbeck actually did really well because I'll be honest with you, maybe the Tah suspension was a bit of a blessing.
Yeah,
because Tah, I feel like was a bit.
The thing is, a good thing for them, Rudiger was able to make this game because oh my god, like.
Yeah, and one thing for Germany is that they can't start Sane. Sane is, I'm sorry, awful. Sane is awful.
I don't rate him. I don't rate him at all. I'm just saying. I just don't rate him. He just feels like a winger. The most kind of players I don't rate are like those that just don't have a high pitch IQ. Like even if they're like maybe physically good, if they're like good dribblers, even if they're like good shooters, if you don't have like a high pitch IQ, Like you don't have good decision making. I don't care. Like
Yeah.
I like that. Like I get that explosiveness and all that, but like Son is just not consistent. Like it's even before. Besides that, he's just not consistent at all. So off the bench, cool, but as a starter, I think he's not good enough. My opinion. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah,
I was surprised Wirtz didn't start this game, but
maybe it's because he didn't have a good game against Switzerland. Maybe that's why. I mean, but
I
feel
still
like
think it's just harsh. But yeah,
I
think he's
he
going
better
to
start against.
Yeah, I think he's going to start.
He better start. Oh, that Germany-Spain game! Oh, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be a good game.
But yeah, I don't think there's really much else to say about Germany. I just think that it was a professional performance. Let's just say, not the flashiest, not the most comfortable, but got the job done. And that's
okay. Let's quickly talk about Denmark real quick. I think them getting to round of 16 is decent.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of remember when we did a stream, I kind of said that I don't have high hopes for Denmark. They actually did a bit better than I expected, but I just think overall, this Danish side, it just does not have that same energy, I feel like, anymore that they did in 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like the World Cup, they were awful in the World Cup, and in this tournament, I'm sorry, just even though like they didn't lose a single game, they didn't win a single game, just like the whole group stage and all, like against England, they were fine, but like against Slovenia and Serbia, like they never got that. You were never like, oh, this Denmark team could actually do something. I was never like that. I just think that ultimately, I just think they've kind of lost that identity and lost that kind of energy they used to have. And I just think it's just kind of, and I'm sorry, but Rasmus Højlund is your main number 9. I don't know if I can get behind that. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. So the weird thing is with Denmark, I actually thought defensively they were pretty good in the Euros. It's just that attack is really bad.
The attack
is horrendous.
Yeah, and the midfield is not the most dynamic, and I don't think the midfield is the most creative or dynamic. So yeah.
Yeah, Delaney. I'm sorry, Delaney. Delaney still starting is crazy. I'm sorry, Delaney's washed.
And yeah, it's just like I just think that they actually did a bit better than I expected, but just not really much. Not much.
Yeah. Man, I feel so bad for Anderson. He got that goal disallow, and then gave away a penalty.
Yeah, again, like it's just one of those, right? I can see why then Danish fans are like, if that happened to Ukraine, I would probably also be very concerned. Like, it's unfortunate, but at the same time, if you look at the game overall, did Denmark ever like truly pose a big threat to Germany? Not really. Aside from like that offside, not really. So, I don't know. Yeah.
And so we had Denmark. They were good defensively, but just the good attack.
Lack of quality in the attack, and that's basically what got them out.
Yeah. Let's quickly go through some of your guys' comments, and then we're gonna move to the next game. At least this game we don't have much to say, which is good. Because I want to try to keep it 90 minutes. Because because obviously I want to watch the Brazil game, so I don't want this game to straight over clash with that game. But obviously you have to leave.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of time. Don't worry.
Yeah. But still, like, I want to do some stuff, before then. So do some other stuff. But anyways, let me read some of your guys' comments. Højlund is mid. Anderson had an awful day. Denmark got robbed. I could agree to some extent, but I still feel like Germany were gonna win. I still feel like. So Denmark got unlucky with offsides. The rain stopped below the tempo. That is true. The rain did stop. The game was paused. So Højlund is mid. Anderson went from here to zip. Rip. Schmeichel should have came out from Musiala's goal. Yeah. Germany goes for international handball from Anderson too. Germany just moved the ball so nicely. Yeah, Germany plays so good football. This is the best football I've seen for Germany in a long time. Probably since that 2014 team, which is crazy. So, or maybe 2016. Actually, how good was Germany in 2016 Euros?
Got to the semi, so they were fine. But yeah.
Yeah, 2014 was very good. So
2014 they won the World Cup, but since 2016 they were fine in Euros. 2018 and onwards.
Yeah. Denmark 2021 had an easy route. Yeah, you could say. Havertz should have scored twice from open play. Germany Spain's gonna be a real treat to us, Holy. Spain Germany World Cup was boring, but now both teams are different coaches. It's gonna be better. Oh yeah, I remember that Spain Germany game. We were all hyping that match so much, and the World Cup.
Yeah, it was just disappointing, wasn't it? I remember.
Yeah. Now it feels different, right?
Now it feels different.
Yeah.
And this is why it's going to be a 0-0 game to penalties. Let's see.
Neuer still proving his world class at his age. Yeah, Neuer is still class, man. Rudiger is still class. Fantastic. It's not so bad. He had potential to be world class. Josiah couldn't start. Okay. Ran about Austria runs the Iraq Asian Cup. Actually, I see the similarities because they both topped the group, but they weren't expected to, and then they both went around to 16.
We'll talk about Austria later on, obviously, but yeah.
Although the difference is that Austria didn't get a red card. That's the only difference you could probably say.
Yeah.
Man, that Iraq Jordan game was crazy. I'm so glad having the call. I'm so glad we're gonna go qualifiers. But anyways, I think Terstatic. He's so mid every time Germany plays. Could be Cruz's last game. Ooh, yeah, that is true.
That's true. Yeah, last one. And will it be against Spain? We'll see.
It's that's right. The incident motivate Denmark. They don't have the motivation.
That's what I'm saying. Like they don't have that same energy anymore. They don't have that same drive anymore. It just feels flat. Like
yeah. Okay, I know this might seem crazy to say, but do they need Ericsson injured?
I don't know if I want to say but
okay, that actually feels crazy.
I feel like I think
okay, actually that feels wrong to say, so I shouldn't say.
Yeah,
okay,
it feels way too wrong to say.
Oh my jeez, I should retract what I said. Oh jeez, Derek says I had Wales round 16 much easier than Germany. Wales has to develop a national stage. He's going to learn the disaster class Hoyland. Now, I still think Hoyland was good in the qualifiers. He was still, I think, Denmark.
Yeah,
one
but
of
in
Denmark's
Euros, I mean, not
the yeah, the Euros not good. Wait, did he even score a single goal?
Nope, not a single one.
Maybe the Manchester United gene is kicking in. Maybe the Manchester United tax is coming.
Probably.
Hoyland, hello. Denmark have not won an international tournament game since July 3rd, 2021. Being checked in the Euros quarters. Wow.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Germany versus Spain was the quarterfinals. Me too. They need something going wrong to be motivated. Doing good qualifiers means nothing. He was made at Atalanta too. It was. I think it was better for Atalanta than United so far.
But not the biggest difference.
Yeah, you know what's really sad? This always happens with tournament football, guys. We're gonna move on. The last thing we'll say about this game, we'll move on. Why is it always when it comes to international football, generally the best game or the best two teams don't play against each other in the final? Why is it like that?
I'm not sure why. I don't know. Personally.
Yeah, so it's All right, let's move to the next game, man. Next game we got here, it is
no. What is there to honestly, this game, I don't think it's even worth going in depth, aside from the fact that we already know, this is the prime definition of talent saving your ass. Talent just getting through. That's literally the prime example, because England should have lost this game. Horrible in this game. But Jude Bellingham pulls off the bicycle kick at the death, and then Kane scores quickly, and that's it. But let's be absolutely honest, Slovakia, that first 90 minutes, what is there much to say? I just think, and the thing with England is, they're so lucky that they're on a kinder path. With no disrespect, I'm not trying to disrespect any of the teams, but if they were on the other path, right? Oh my God. Holy crap. I don't know what else to say. Just this team is playing so below their standards, so below their quality. They have such a good team, and yet they cannot, they're just playing, they're downplaying to their competition. They're not playing, they're playing down to their competition. It just does not feel like they were nearly out. They were nearly out, if not for Jude Bellingham pulling off a crazy goal out of nowhere.
All right, actually, let me ask you guys this question. When you guys saw this goal, I was like, what the heck? I was like, oh my jeez.
I could not believe it. I thought they were out. I thought they were gone. Seriously. I thought it was over.
Guys, I don't know if you guys saw my predictions video. I said Jude Bellingham will score the first goal. Video.
There you go. Huh.
Yeah. Oh my jeez. You know what's the crazy thing? Slovakia took the lead, and then Strons, and it was such a bad goal to concede, because England, I know your attack has been terrible this Euros, but I thought defensively you guys were good.
But that was a bad goal to concede. But this whole game just felt so flat, though. Just not the most fun game, just to watch. And that's been a story for every English game, I think, this Euros. Mediocre.
Okay. I want to ask you this question, because I kind of saw this with Slovakia. I was talking about this on someone else's stream. Slovakia played well the first half, and they score a goal, but for some reason the second half, and you know this as a Ukraine fan because you saw it.
Yeah.
Why does Slovakia just go do they go too I feel like they go defensive.
I feel like they go too defensive, and at the same time, there's I feel like at times I get why teams do it, but at the same time, you're inviting so much pressure.
Pressure, yes.
Eventually,
because let's be real.
eventually, I think maybe you can serve one time, maybe you can serve two times, maybe even 3 times. Eventually, it's gonna get you. Eventually, you're not gonna do it anymore because players are humans. They're humans like us. They get tired, and with spending that much pressure, I just think it's a bit too much. Like, I just think it broke them eventually.
Yeah, and because the thing is, like, I understand people are gonna tell me, "Oh, Slovakia, they're the inferior team. They have to be defensive." I get that. But when you're dominating them, you have to go for it. You can't just like sit on one goal.
This
you
is the
have to
thing.
go for a
They're
second
1-0.
goal.
England didn't even show that much threat. Like in that first half, especially like in the second half, like the only time they really began getting threatening was like around the 70th minute. You know, like when they were all basically throwing a kitchen sink at Slovakia at that point. They just go in all out because they were losing. If Slovakia, let's say, attacked, and the thing is, another thing is, the people forget this. When you're leading against a team, they're going to go throw everything at you. Yeah, this means more pressure, but what does this also means? If they're going to go that attacking against you, that means they're leaving space behind them to exploit. So if you defend well, you're compact, but then you hit them on the break, you can hurt them. Slovakia could have gone for 2-0, I think. And if they went for 2-0, it's game over. It would have been finished.
Oh, yeah. I don't think England would have scored 2 goals. So,
No.
So I said this with Slovakia, guys. I said this is my group stage thing, and I wasn't trying to be disrespectful or anything. I was being genuine,
They
and I
did
had
this
my
against
thoughts.
Ukraine as well. They did this also against Ukraine. Exactly this.
They did this against
They
Belgium.
did
And I
against
know people are gonna bring this.
Romania also. They did against Romania as well. Like,
Yeah, they did this against Belgium, and I know people are going to talk. Oh, look, they beat Belgium, guys. Belgium were unlucky that second half, guys. Belgium scored 2 disallowed goals.
Yeah. Ukraine
like,
scored 2 goals to turn around, and Romania got a penalty. Yeah, but a penalty, but like that's another part of pressure. Like when you could give away a penalty like that, and like there you go.
So yeah, I just feel like for me, for Slovakia, man, they did a good job, and this won the first win the knockout stage ever for them in history. They would have gone.
They nearly beat England, but I just think there was a chance there to go through. There,
let's talk about Slovakia players that really showed up on the day. Lobotka, man, he was fantastic.
The striker, I think, was good.
Strelic.
Yeah, the guy that scored as well, Haraslin, is but like I think the defense. The thing is, I don't know if you can really say like it's a bicycle kick, so like I think you can't really say much. And I think at that point, Kane scoring, I mean, it just came out of nowhere, right? Is that spell? Yeah. I think so. Like I don't think any player particularly played bad for Slovakia. I think it was just England's individual talent bailing them out.
Brilliance. And I think Adam was talking about this in earlier streams we were doing. England are so individual FC.
Yeah,
they're so individual FC.
Like if you give England a good coach, oh my god, like it would be so because like and this is the thing, right? This is Southgate, right? This is now on Southgate. Like it's just he's underused. Look at that team. If you look at that England team, it's just you have so many good options, and yet you gotta scrape through. And the thing of England is like, I'm pretty sure if England went 1-0 up in this game, they probably would have just sat back. They would have just sat back and be like, okay, yeah, and just let Slovakia do whatever they want. Maybe they would have probably still won, but like we all know how that would have went. Like,
yeah, it's just mind-boggling to me that you're still starting Foden. I don't know why Foden is still starting.
Yeah, I remember a lot of people were saying like Foden should start centrally, Jude Bellingham should be benched. Well, I think this Jude Bellingham goal, I think this now silenced all.
You gotta put him at 10. You gotta put Jude Bellingham at 10.
You gotta put him.
I know people.
Yeah, he's like, for me, he's a difference maker. He's an X factor kind of football. Like you cannot take him, even if he's playing awful. He can always have that one moment where he just clicks and just scores and saves you or does something crazy. Foden, I don't think has that. Foden does not have that, and that's the difference.
Dude, I'm sorry to say this to all my English fans. Foden, if you want to start Foden, you gotta play him as a super sub, or you gotta put Foden as a 10 and Bellingham as a center mid. But the thing is, Mainoo had a great game. I thought Mainoo was amazing.
Yeah,
honestly, I thought Mainoo was amazing. Him and Declan Rice are both great.
Yeah,
and they were probably
only good. Jude Bellingham, I think, is better than Foden. He's a better player.
Yeah,
I think, and a bigger difference maker. And so, honestly, if you want to play Foden, then the best you can do is go into a back three. But then if you're going to go into a back three, where are you going to play Saka? Or where are you going to play some other players? Or like, and the fact is, you have also England have a situation with their center backs. Remember that? They're like some of the injured players. Like at some point, you got to just be like we all saw Argentina had Lautaro Martinez as their starting striker in the World Cup. Eventually, they saw he was not playing well. So they just took him off, and I'm saying this as an Inter fan, by the way. I'm saying this as an Inter fan. They took him off. They got Julian Alvarez. And then they won the World Cup, and he helped a lot. So sometimes you just got to do it. Sometimes you just got to do. You cannot put a player over the team. You just got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this might be something controversial, and a lot of people might get mad at me for saying this. English fans in particular, I think will probably get mad. I think Jude is actually England's best player,
I
and
agree.
probably their most important player.
Yeah. So I think not much else to say, but yeah, I think not much else to say really. I think just England, they can get to a final, but if they play like this against Switzerland, it's not looking good. I'm just saying, it's not looking good.
And by the way, guys, Gueye's gonna be suspended for the quarterfinals, so they're gonna have to play most likely Lewis Dunk.
Yeah, he's also suspended. I think. Yeah, he's also suspended.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Guehi. Yeah. He's suspended due to yellow card. So England, man, they have a dilemma at center back. And I still don't understand why is Conor Gallagher still part of it. Why is he still coming on, man? I'm sorry, Conor Gallagher is mid. I'm sorry, Conor Gallagher is mid.
Just there's so much I just think they have such a talented team, but it's being so underused. This is the thing. They can make the final, but if they're gonna make this is not gonna be. I'll just say this right now: if England make the final, it's not gonna be because of coaching. It's gonna be because of individual brilliance. That's it.
Yes.
Like the last Euros, like the 2018 World Cup, individual brilliance. Aside from that, nothing.
But you know what the weird thing is? England played very good in the last World Cup, guys. I thought they were very good to watch. Very fun to watch.
That's the thing is, they were actually good against France.
I'm so confused.
Even then, you saw Southgate's mistakes. Even then, with some decision making. But back then, it just felt like they were a bit more exciting to watch. They were just a bit more. Although we did see the USA game though, so maybe not always. But
yeah. And also, I want to say something real quick before we get to the comments. Walker got cooked for that goal, guys. Is Walker starting to become a liability?
Honestly, I feel like if you take pace away from Walker, oh my god, yeah, I just think that pace is face saving him. Without that pace, I just think he would be cooked.
Yes, I agree. I agree with this. And how is Shaw still not fit? We're literally we're about to go to the quarterfinals. You're left back.
I just think at this point you should not play him at all, because if you're just gonna rush him into a quarterfinal, I just think it's not worth it. You should just Trippier or just someone there. And also the Saka left back thing, I don't think I'm convinced of that. I don't think that's.
Oh yes, dude, Saka at left back was crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know. But yeah.
Yeah. And then talk about the Slovakian players. I thought Skriniar was great. Former Interista. That must have made you happy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of his after his move to PSG, but that's a story for another day. The way that.
Yeah, and Hanko. And Hanko is underrated, guys. Hanko is so underrated. What a center back, left back.
Yeah.
Guys. Yeah. And also another fun
team, but I just think, they just went a bit too negative. They just went a bit too defensive.
And also, fun fact for you guys: 2 of the players in the Slovakia team played in the 2010 World Cup.
Yeah, crazy.
And I think the names are Kuchka and I think it's Pekarik. No, it's Pekarik. I think they're both 37 years old. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Do you remember Kuchka, man? Do you remember Kuchka?
Kuchka, yeah. Oh my god. Crazy.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's. Not much else to say, really. I just think that England just got through barely, and because of their individual quality. That's really it.
And also, here's the thing, guys. I know people are going to bring this up to me in the chat before. People are going to say, oh, Jude Bellingham didn't have a good game performance before the goal. I don't care. He got that goal. So, I'll
say this. In tournament football, ultimately what matters is winning. And if your player is scoring the big, even if they have a bad game, if they win you a game, it does not matter. That's all you need in tournament football. You just need to win. That's it. And if you win all the games, you're one of the stuff. So who cares who had a good game or not? That's really
you know what? I'm gonna call some Barca fans. The Barca fans are going too crazy on Bellingham, saying, "Oh, this guy was terrible. This guy was garbage." I'm calling out my own fans, man. I'm calling my own fans. The Barca fans, you guys are shameless. I'm sorry, guys are shameless. Just focus on your own fans.
Andres Iniesta in the 2010 World Cup. In the knockout stage, wasn't even that good, performance-wise in Spain. He scored a winner against Netherlands in the final. Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah, I think most players would rather have a big goal than a good performance.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So, come on, man. Barca fans, calm down, man. Just focus on your own players, man. Stop hate watching.
We'll talk about them. Don't worry. We'll talk about them.
Oh, man. All right, let's pick up some comments today. We have a lot of comments for this game. England continue to underestimate opponents. Fair play to Strons. Besides me, as an Asian, Southeast Asian, I'm expert in German and English football, so Germany deserved to win 2-0. All right. England lucky again. To be fair, France and Argentina played against each other. But no, I mean, like, in general, you don't see the best teams play against each other in their final. That's what I mean. In general. My church canceled 7:30 p.m. service for the England-Slovakia game. Why was nobody marking Bellingham and Kane? Kane was level 2, but he scored the winner.
It's an overhead kick. Like, you can't really do much about it.
Yeah. Is this where England turn to? We're going to mark the slow scores. Do you pick them? Start playing good. Switzerland beat you. Slovakia ran against. You have to play defensive when you're in the inferior team. You're right by Slovakia defensive, yeah.
I get that argument. Like, I get why people say that, but at the same time, it's like, just if they make it 2-0, boom, it's done. Game over.
Yeah, Belgium deserves that goal, but England and consider we have to win because of Slovakia's poor defense, like the Real Madrid semifinal game 2022. I don't know if it was really.
I don't know if it was poor defense. Again, it's an overhead kick. You can't really do much about it. Like, it's just, at that point, it's just. And the thing is, like, and I get that the second goal could have, but like they were still recovered. Like, psychologically speaking, if you put yourself in their shoes, if you just saw your opponent score an overhead kick against you, you're not gonna be fully mentally. You're gonna be mentally checked out. Like, you're just not gonna know what the hell just happened. It's just how it is. I think that's what happened.
Yeah. All right. Oh yeah. Do you guys see with that gesture?
Oh yeah. Honestly, I think
I'm not.
Like,
I'm not gonna comment.
I'm not gonna comment either. I'll let UEFA deal with it.
Yeah, that's UEFA supposed to do it, not me, not me and you.
Yeah, I'm not a judge. I don't know how to do it.
Sharon's the top scorer in the Euros. He's DM. Yes, I always say haha. Yeah, Adam is right. England are too individualistic. England are too individualistic. And guys, actually, we have to have an honest conversation about England, but I don't want to keep the stream too long. But let's quickly just discuss real quick. Are these England players overhyped, or are they actually a real deal, but they need a better coach?
Somewhere in between. I think some are a bit overhyped. Like, I think Foden is overhyped, in my opinion.
Yeah, Foden is overhyped.
Yeah. Kane, I think, is pretty good. I think Kane is fine. Jude Bellingham, I think he's still okay. Saka, I think Saka's a bit overhyped. A bit. Like, I can see, like, again. And by the way, overhyped does not mean bad. I'm not saying, like, they're good players.
Yeah.
But I also think coaching, I think Southgate's not a good coach. Like, I think he's lucky that he got this kind of a team. That's just, like, I think that probably is even a bigger reason. Like, I don't think he's a good coach.
And, as much as we talk about the Kane and Bellingham goal, Tony and Eze made a huge impact coming off the bench.
Yeah, actually, there you go. Like, and that's what you need. That's what you need sometimes. Those kind of impact kind of players to win you tournaments.
Yeah, Palmer, man. Why is Palmer barely in any game time? It's crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, overhyped. And the media is also arrogant as well.
Yeah.
English people in general are just arrogant. Like, let's be real.
Yeah. But
yeah. Yeah, Skriniar was good. Like, Watkins, Kyle Walker's finished. Come on, you can't bench Kane. You can't bench Kane.
You can't bench Kane. You can't. Who are you gonna start? Like, who are you gonna start even? Like, yeah, Tony made the difference, like, made an impact, but an impact off the bench, that does not mean you're gonna start next game be great. Like, no, that's not what it means. So,
Yeah. Okay, this is actually a good question. Yeah, this is a good question for me. If England makes the final but lose, are we going to consider the Euro 2024 a good run as a good run?
That is a very good question, actually. Because, on surface, you might say, well, they made a final, of course. Well, then you take into the context the run they had, you're like, it's still a good achievement, I would say, but it has a huge asterisk next to it. Now, if they win it, I think if you win a thing, you won. So, whatever it is. But, like, if they lose it, I think it's going to be like, yeah, they made it. But it's kind of like similar to, like, the last Euros. Because remember, last Euros, they played every single except one game at Wembley. That was the asterisk. And they lost the final at Wembley. But
I think it depends on which opponents they play. Yeah, like, if they play, like, the top opponent.
Like, Switzerland's actually not Switzerland actually is not an opponent as we split. Like, they're not a team that you should just overlook. So, like, you never know. But,
yeah. So yeah, Colborne's finished without Palmer. Chelsea would relegated. He carried that crap team by himself. Yeah, it's Trent. He would play like that. He would get cooked.
Yeah.
Could not ball sense. Has there been a tournament where countries won due to individual talent? Not in recent history, I don't think.
France 2018 World Cup, maybe. but nah.
I think they were a good team. They were
They're a good team. Yeah. Actually, no, they're It's just the Shams, and we're gonna speak about France later. But like, I'm not maybe not in my lifetime. It's just that that's the one that just came up to me.
I think the one I can maybe think of. Obviously, I need someone. Obviously, I don't know this one very well. Maybe Rankin knows this better than I do. Maybe you could say Argentina, 1986. Maybe you could say that.
Nah, that was just pure Maradona carry job. Like that. Was
Maradona carried them. That's what I'm saying. Like Maradona single-handedly.
Maybe that. Yeah, but this is like individual talent. That was just one player. This is not.
Oh, talents. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
So,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, they can't beat a French team in Senegal. I've never seen England this bad. They scored 3 against Senegal. They didn't sit back and relax after. Because other Senegal team, Iran, Wales, and Senegal, the money. But it's still, like, you can't deny England were good in the last World Cup, guys.
Yeah,
I'm not joking around.
Even then, Southgate, I think, still made some bad decisions. So
it's good for England. England went from Ashley Cole, Wayne Bridge, to Sean Walsh, Chilwell. Yeah, dude, Chilwell's washed. Shaw's actually decent though. I wouldn't even go that far, but Chilwell's washed though. Something like over today, fair. Now I remember Puskas. England, Colombia, Sweden, World Cup 2018. He still meant not really. All right, let me go through comments. Oh, geez. There's one comment Balkan Warrior put up, but I don't think I should bring up the chats. Bring up here, so you guys can see it for yourself. So we cannot hate. Kamavinga. France 2018. Mbappe, nah. I mean, Mbappe played a part, but like it wasn't.
Griezmann was good though, and like
Griezmann.
Yeah.
Latini carried France to the Euro 1984 trophy.
But I don't know that much, so
Yeah, I can't really.
But again, that's just one player carrying. I don't know if that's like individual talent, like as throughout the team. That's just one crazy player. So I don't know.
All right. Spain versus Georgia.
All right. So one thing I gotta say is, first of all, I think is Georgia. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being in this Euros. Thank you very much for everything. Obviously, they got outclassed, but hey, they led against Spain, and I think overall, you got to congratulate them for making it in their first ever Euros. I think they were impressive, and even in this game, 4-1, obviously, Spain completely dominated, and I think it just shows like Spain, like this was a statement win for them. I think Spain, but I think we should not disrespect this Georgia team at all. Like they showed a lot of fight throughout these games, like they showed a lot of passion, and I think they should be proud of themselves.
Yeah, I mean, not really much to say here. Spain obviously obliterated Georgia. Shout out to Marius Villa. He was crazy in this Euros. A lot of people say Donnarumma was one of the best keepers.
I think this guy's the best keeper in this Euros. I think I would say. Quara, I think, turned up in the Portugal game. I think in this game he was actually not that bad either. Like I don't think it was that bad either.
Yeah.
Mikal Daza and others could have probably, but again, like this team is just this is their first ever Euros. I think they're unfortunate they came up against probably one of, if not the favorite of the tournament.
Yeah, come on. Anyone that tries to call Georgia out, you're just being stupid. Come on, you're just being dumb.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, so shout out to Georgia, man, for making the round of 16. Their debut Euros is actually pretty crazy. Their debut international tournament as well.
Yeah.
And for Georgia, as I said, man, great moment for them. They took the early lead, and then Spain obviously did the comeback. Yamal, Williams, Fabian Ruiz.
That team, like the way Spain just plays, though, the way they move the ball around, the way they it's just like it's so refreshing because before it just used to be all pass, nothing. But now it's kind of like it's passing, direct, but it's like it's more purpose. It's like pass, direct, and then player goes, and then you pass, and then through, and then you don't even know, and it's a goal.
Would you say it's more direct and like more fluid?
Yeah. I think this is obviously not like, the Spain of the prime Spain. It's obviously not like that, like not at all. And like, it's not that football either. It's completely different. But like, that also tells you, like, I do think Spain themselves could still be a bit more clinical. I think that's still, Morata, I'm sorry, but Morata as a striker, I'm sorry that is not, I'm not convinced of that. But like Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams on wings, I mean, that is scary. That is like, imagine if they had a good striker. Imagine they had like a Harry Kane in that team. Like, whoo. If they had like a Harry Kane on that team or someone like that, like, wow, what a team that would be. Like midfield, Fabian Ruiz in this tournament,
he's been good, man. He's been good.
He's been very, very good. The Marc Cucurella is like a left back.
Cucurella's actually been cooking as well.
Yeah,
surprisingly.
Carvajal, obviously, his experience. Laporte, fact he's in Saudi. Who cares? Like, yeah, like Rodri. I mean, he scores clutch goals.
Yeah, Rodri's amazing. Yeah, Spain just looked amazing,
But
man.
like, but this is the thing. Like, I think Georgia just they're unlucky that they came up against this team. Like, I think if you put Georgia like against England or something, they probably do not lose this badly. But Spain are just such a different kind of a team right now. I think not many team would have beaten them. Like, this is just such a good team, such a well organized, and such a fun team to watch. It honestly sucks that the two best teams I think that have been in this tournament are playing next round. Like, imagine if that was the final. It sucks. And this is why I also think someone said it's like because we're going on. I think whoever wins between Spain and Germany, I think will win the Euros. It is a bit too good to be true, though. It is a bit too good to be true on the surface, but it's possible, and I think it's a good shout, though. I think if you look at it, obviously anything can happen in football. It's not a predictions video or anything. I still think that if there's one team right now that can beat this Spanish team, it's Germany. Like, if there's one team that right now that can beat them, I think it's Germany.
Yeah, my only criticism was Spain is that I thought Pedri was probably a bit underwhelming. I know that Pedri's been good this Euros. He was amazing last Euros, and this Euro has just not been it. Maybe
honestly, Dani Olmo, I'll say this. I think Dani Olmo should be starting next game. Like, I think he's been better than Pedri in this Euros. I think.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Foden situation. Well, maybe not that much, but it's like,
Yeah. And as far as the defense, I still don't trust that Spanish defense. And I still
don't trust like Lenormand. Like, the thing is, right? Like, I mean, that own goal. The thing is, even if he was not there, Quara probably scores it anyway. So just defensively not as well. And like Laporte, he's done okay. I guess he's done fine in this, but like, I still feel like that defense, a mistake. I still feel like it's still there. Like, it's somewhere
and
there.
Guys, Laporte has always made big mistakes for Man City in the Champions League games.
Yeah, and like Morata at striker, I just don't know if I don't think that's gonna get.
And Unai Simon, I mean, he's been okay so far, but he hasn't really been
a fine keeper. But is he like a Casillas? No, not at all. Like, not at all.
Casillas is crazy.
Yeah, but fullbacks, so Cucurella is actually cooking this. Carvajal, we all know, is a great fullback, obviously.
Yeah, Carvajal.
But like,
I think
you can see, but yeah.
I think the only issue for Spain is they just don't have enough goal scorers this team. That's the only issue.
That's the thing, because like, if you look at every single game that they played in this Euros, they probably should have scored more. Even in this game as well, they scored 4. They probably should have scored more against Albania. Yeah, they rotated their team. Probably should have scored more. Italy, 100% should have scored more. Croatia, they'd be 3-0, but even in that game, they had a lot of chances as well. It's like, I just think if they're gonna lose in this tournament, I think it's gonna be because of that, like a defensive mistake and them just not taking their chances. But aside from that, their control of games is phenomenal. They're able to control games so well. This is why I think right now only Germany can beat them. And that too, if this was happening outside Germany, I would actually say Spain beats Germany, in my opinion. But because this is happening in Germany, that's, Spain can still win. But like, I think that's going to make it a bit challenging. But besides that, like, Spain, not much else to say, just fantastic team, really. And we'll see what happens, right? We will see. Like,
yeah. So, and Yamal, I love Yamal and all. His goal scoring is really, really sad.
Yeah, but like, he's 16. I think he's gonna have.
Yeah, so that's he'll improve.
This is why the thing is, whenever I see people criticizing Yamal, I'm like, chill. He's a 16-year-old. Like, come on, chill.
Yeah.
When he gets 20, when he becomes 20, then we can probably judge properly. Like, we see him. Like,
yeah.
But he's crossing though. He's crossing the way he just whips the ball in. Like, wow.
Albert, this is definitely Cap.
This is Cap.
He's not a fraud.
This is Cap. Come on now.
Marcia. Yeah. Goalkeeper just does a big move. Yeah, Barca, man. We need a goalkeeper. We need Marcia Barca.
Georgia showed fight throughout this. Yeah, I mean this is the thing. Like, Georgia were not bad like in this tournament. I think they can go out with a high. Like, and who knows? Maybe they'll qualify for next World Cup. Who knows? We're gonna have to see.
Yeah, you know what the crazy thing is? Georgia qualified through the Nations League playoffs. And a lot of people are like, Greece should have won that. And Georgia should have filled the numbers. Look what they did. They didn't just make them the numbers.
No, nobody had them. Like, I didn't have them going through either. Like, nobody had. I don't think anyone really had them going through. But hats off. And they're the first team. Like, yeah, people will say it's an own goal. No, like, they're the first team to have scored against Spain in this tournament. I think that they were even leading. So I think that, and the first half, they actually were not playing that bad. Like, Georgia were in the first half. Like, I just think in the second half, Spain just took over, and quality in the end just won out and for them. But I think
Yeah, and
more respect should be put on Georgia. I think they were just great in this tournament.
And guys, you guys remember? I think Kavar almost scored in the second half.
I remember that. He nearly scored from the halfway line. Like,
yeah, best man so far this tournament. Hopefully, Jordan qualified 2022 World Cup. Cook and Ruiz. Jordan is so good in the counterattack. Very good.
Dangerous, very dangerous on counterattack. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't say that defensively strong against Spain with 75% possession.
Yeah.
He needs to leave that wrong club PSG. Lamaka had a hat trick. Yeah, well, it was just a big move. I'm gonna give the edge to Germany because they're still home. Yeah, home nation.
That's what I'm saying, really, as well. Yeah.
Martin Donk in the middle. Oh, come on, that's a bit disrespectful. Iñaki Williams play for Spain, dude. Iñaki Williams would be awful. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's been awful for Ghana. The Spain defense has been tested yet. Enrique was too unfit for Spain job. He tried to impose his favoritism ideas.
I think Spain had to move on. I think
that's where it's the place.
In a way, like Spain just tried. In a way, this is kind of what Italy have to do. What Spain did, right? They kind of just, and I think Germany before Nagelsmann were also kind of in this. Like, they hang on too much to their old principles. Eventually, just gotta move on. Like, eventually, like Spain tried still being this tiki-taka kind of team. It's not gonna work in modern era. It's just not gonna work. Like, move on. Spain changed that up. Yeah, they still keep a lot of possession and all, but like they're just way more dynamic now. High press. Everything. They're more dynamic now than they were back then. That football worked a lot of years ago. It's not the same anymore. And the fact Spain changed is why we're seeing. And Germany also changed their way of playing. And I think Italy also have to do the same as what Spain and Germany did.
Yeah. Jose should get more minutes. I agree. He's the Ronald Club PSG, almost still mid. PSG still never World Cup. Wait, was Grimaldo injured? No, we just don't start. Yeah, as good as Grimaldo is, guys, he's not that good defensively. And plus, he plays a wing back, I believe, for Leverkusen.
Yeah, and honestly, why would you switch Kukurea out? Like, he's clearly playing well, so why would you want to, again, consistency. You got to stay consistent.
Okay, Albert, this is crazy comments from you. Please
Come on now, bro.
Yeah. All right. So one thing, is there anything I want to say on Spain? I think that's pretty much it I wanted to say on Spain.
I think not much. Thank you, Georgia, for whatever you showed us as heroes. And yeah, we'll see you. Good luck in Europe.
Now we move on to the great games.
I think,
game.
No, not this. This, I think, in my opinion, has been one of, if not the worst matches I've seen. In so many years. What is there to say? Honestly, what is there to say about this game? What is there to say about this game? Just. This isn't even about individual talent getting you through. This is simply just the own goal sums this game up so well. A horrible game just decided by a horrible goal. That's how I see it. Just the positives. Aurelien Tchouameni, excellent in this game. Absolutely brilliant. That's it. Because aside from that, this game was just. I want to say something about Belgium. I have a lot more to say about France, so I'm gonna talk about Belgium first. Belgium in this Euros. Let's be absolutely honest. I think this is if this was not the end of their golden generation before, if Qatar wasn't the end for that, this is it, right? This has to be it. This has to be finished. They're finished. Yeah. I think it's not even. I'm not even trying to troll. I think they're just finished now.
I need to cook that manager Tedesco because he made it so stupid for his lineup.
Yeah,
so stupid.
It's just, I don't even know. This lineup, it's just, I get that it's France, but this Belgium, they just showed nothing in this game at all. No threat, nothing. They're just sitting back and hoping. And again, you gotta show something going forward. Georgia showed more against Spain going forward than Belgium did in this game. Do you know how crazy
that is? Just graceful. That is just graceful, by the way. That's embarrassing.
And France in this Euros, let's talk about them now. They've not been good at all, let's be honest. No open play goals still. Not a single open play goal. Eventually, they're probably I just don't think, I don't get what's going on with them. They have a lot of talent, so much talent, and yet they play so uninspiring football. And I don't know what's up with them. They feel like a team. They just feel like a better version of England in my eyes. They just feel like their team is defensively solid. This is what's keeping them in this because their attack that should be very good. Look, I love Marcus Thuram. In this Euro so far, he ain't it.
He's been awful. He's been awful.
Griezmann in this Euros as well, just not really that well. Mbappe, let's talk about him. I'm not sure what's up with him in Euros. I'm kind of feeling in Euros, Mbappe is not at his best. In in Euro. Like he wasn't great in last Euros, and this year's, I get that he had an injury, but I don't know. Like it just feels like he needs to step it up. I think he needs to step it up, especially in goal scoring. That's that's what a forward's most important thing is, to score goals. Yeah, he could be playmaking well and all, but like he needs to score more goals for France to win games. I just think that's it. Like everything else out of France, like Magnan is doing fine. Defense is doing well. Midfield, I think, has been okay. Although Rabiot playing that much, I don't know about that. But the attack that should be their strongest area has been their weakest. Kind of like England, if you think about it. Like,
man, I just don't want to see England France final. If that final happens, I'm
sleeping. If that happens, I'm just gonna fall.
I refuse to watch that final. But yeah, France, man, as I said, man. Upamecano, man, he actually was good this game. So he was actually pretty good this game.
But the thing is, again, like I just think it just feels like for France, it just feels like they should not be playing this bad. Like they should be playing way better. And I just think they actually would have been punished in this game if this was not Belgium. Like Belgium were just not showing anything at all. They were just sitting back. As I said, Georgia showed more ambition against Spain than Belgium did against France. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Like, do you know how?
Yeah, and Tedesco, Matt, please explain your lineup decisions. Why are you starting Carrasco? Carrasco is washed. Carrasco is finished.
Like, where is he anymore? Like, where did he even go?
Guys, I think he's like Al Shabaab. Like the guy.
Why is he playing? Like,
bruh. And why are you playing KDB so deep?
Yeah, I don't get that either. Like, you have like and Lukaku. I mean, what is there to say anymore, right? Lukaku
you don't want to speak about Lukaku.
Yeah, I mean, what is there to say anymore? Is there? Like,
yeah. And why is Tielemans not coming out? Why is Bakayoko not coming out?
They have but I just think even then, like, I think this Belgium team, like, it feels done. It feels like it needs a reset. It just feels like it needs some freshness. Like, it just feels like this team is past their expiration date. If this was evident in the World Cup, and I think in this Euros, they barely made it through. Let's be honest. If Ukraine won their game, Belgium would have finished fourth. They would have been out. Like,
yes.
It's just this. But like, I had France winning, but I don't want to say like credits to Belgium because Belgium were not even great in this game. But I just think that this game was just so like it was just felt like two bad teams going against like two uninspiring, unmotivated teams. It did not feel like a knockout stage game. It felt like a preseason friendly. It just felt like a friendly match.
Wow,
that's what it felt.
That's actually that's crazy. I actually agree with you, to be fair, but that's a crazy comparisons. And the Doku, man, I see the thing about Doku is that he is a good player, but his decision making is so bad.
That's what I'm saying, right? You know, like but at least he can like run at players like Carrasco.
Carrasco
in 2024, like
Vertonghen, bruh.
Vertonghen also in 2024. Like, and look at that Belgian defense. Like, what is that? Castagna, Wout Faes, Vertonghen 2024, and like, I don't know how to say that guy's name. I don't know who that is actually.
I think he's Rennes.
Yeah, but like, what is that? Like, come on, like, no, like that's not gonna.
Why is Witzel? I also forgot. Why is Witzel not playing? Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just weird.
And Casteels has been fine, but he's not Thibaut Courtois, is he? But he's been okay.
Yeah. Now there's been a falling out with him and Courtois, which we're not going to get into in the stream because but there's been a falling out. But what I'm trying to say here with Belgium is that I think their game plan was fine, going the counterattack against France and sitting a low block.
They just did not execute it well. They just didn't execute.
Yes.
And the reason is because Kevin De Bruyne was playing so deep. It took away his attacking abilities away from him. Just had to focus on playing deep. Like, I
actually feel bad for Tatum.
I don't think he had a bad game, but I just think he was just held back by awful decisioning, like awful tactics.
Yeah, Tedesco, man, like Tedesco's a bad manager so far for the Belgian. Obviously, I know he's young; he just came in, so I'm not gonna be too critical. But
I think they just need the reset. I just think they need to hit the reset button. Just. Like the golden generation, so-called golden generation is done. It's finished. It's done. Like, you got to make the transition.
Do you think KDB and Lukaku should retire?
I don't know necessarily about retiring. I don't know. It's a bit hard to say, right? Because like, I don't know if they should retire per se, but I think they should definitely begin looking for replacements.
Yeah.
Especially for Lukaku. I mean, especially for Lukaku, like, I'm sorry, but if you're not gonna have a consistent striker that can like do something for you, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna get far in tournaments. You need a striker that can score goals in big moments, in big games.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The thing with Lukaku is that he's great in qualifiers. He's great. He's great in those games. When it comes to high pressure tournaments, the guy is just not that good.
Remember the Croatia game 2 years ago? Prime example.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, and it's just the same because the last Euros he was amazing. Like last Euros he was amazing.
Good.
But ever since the Euros, it's just kind of gone downhill.
But like aside from that, but the World Cup, I mean, oh my god, like, and this Euros was like, oh my god, like he's just And shout out to Conte. Conte still bossing the France team is kind of crazy.
Yeah, and the guy's like a Saudi, so that's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, so I actually wonder why did he even go there? Probably for a bag, but you know.
Yeah, and the Upamecano. See, the thing I want to say something about Upamecano. We'll go through comments. He is a good player, but the guy's just so mistake prone. He just makes so many mistakes. When he doesn't make mistakes, he's actually pretty good. I'm not joking around, guys.
But he's so mistake prone that, you know.
That's the thing. That's why people don't.
We're just never comfortable with him. Like, I know some Bayern fans, they always say like, Upamecano when he's playing well can actually be a solid defender. But they always tell me they always think that there's always that glaring error somewhere in his like in there that can like he can make at any moment. Like he's just not like a reliable defender. He's not a bad player, but he's not reliable, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's read some of you guys' comments. We'll probably just read the few comments. We're not going to go through.
I just don't think there's much to talk about this game. It's just so bland, just so boring.
Well, team sink, period. De Bruyne should retire from Belgium. I think it's a bit harsh. Maybe go for another World Cup and then call it quits. Maybe. I think they should. Just go for another World Cup and then call it quits after that. Yeah. Cole reckons. Sorry. There's only for De Bruyne or Belgium. Bertrand Bro. Individual FC versus broken team chemistry FC. Why is De Bruyne playing so deep? Belgium got apologized to Courtois. I'm glad Robbie got suspended so my boy Kama could start though. Castillo is good, but Courtois should be Belgian center back, a Belgian goalkeeper. And Bobby still has no open play goal. Doku was mid. If I was a Belgian coach, I would try bold attack. Openda left, Bakayoko right, Bashui, Likabako strikers. If I do a 4-4-2, Openda speed would be better than wasting him on striker. Yeah, that'd actually be more.
That would be a bit more. I don't know. I still think they need a striker. They need a Lukaku replacement.
Yeah.
I don't know if Openda's a consistent finisher though. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds that game against Real to the Champions League. Oh shoot.
Yeah.
I want to remember that game.
Yeah.
Alcantara doesn't deserve an apology from Belgium. Just want to be there anyways.
I don't think he deserves an apology from Belgium per se. I think there should have probably I don't know too much about what happened between him and the coach, but you know, I think something there could have been done differently.
Yeah, I still the Lukaku low. That's fair. Lukaku's like Christian Romero. Yeah, potentially. People talk about Belgium missing 80 Hazard. When Company's a big miss. Yeah, Company.
They need. I think their defenses since Company's just been pretty poor.
Yeah, I feel so bad for Company. Playing off the bench would have been useful for Belgium in this game. All right, next game we're going to talk about here is Portugal 0. Oh my jeez.
Oh no! Oh my god! Now remember when I said that Belgium might have been one of the worst? Well, we just found a contender for that. I think we got a contender with that. Like, let's be honest, this game was just so dead. It was just barely anything happened. Look, I get it. Like Slovenia, hats off, big effort, got all the way to the penalties. But now I want to talk about this, and I think we need to talk about a certain number 7, a certain the guy.
Oh no! This might trigger my fan base.
Okay, I'm not gonna say. I'll say this. Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, one of the greatest players of all time. One of the top 2 that I've ever seen in my life. Top 1. I'm not gonna get into the debate right now, but I'm not gonna do that. But like, I think, I just think that I get that he cares. I don't think he wants. I think he does care. He does want Portugal to do well. He does want all that. Don't worry, he's not sabotaging the nation or anything. But I just think someone needs to tell him that, bro. It's time. It's just time to move. It's time to walk away. Like, it's time. You got the Euros. You won this country the Euros. You got them everywhere you want. You got them to the World Cup semi-final. Well, not you got them, but you were contributing to the fact that you got to a World Cup semifinal all those years ago.
No, I think he should start. I think he should still start.
Actually, no, I do think you should start. Who else are they going to start, right? But I just think after this tournament, I think it's probably time, right? It's probably just like, but the penalty miss, like, I mean, credits to him for stepping up again for a penalty and then scoring. Credits to him for that, but I just think that what is there really to say? I just think that you can kind of already see, age is just something you can't run away from. You can't run away from age. Like, you can't run away from time. It's always going to catch up to you. And I think, unfortunately, this is just the reality, in my opinion. I think that's just what it is.
I think the problem for Ronaldo is that I think he needs to. I think the thing is, I feel like Portugal. What's their game plan? Are they going to try to rely on Ronaldo to score them all the goals? That's the problem, I think, with Portugal.
I just don't think that. And the thing is, at the same time, though, I don't think if you bench him, who are you going to play? Like Gonzalo Ramos, let's be honest, not the most reliable. Yeah, he had that hat trick against Switzerland. Okay, but then in the against Morocco, we saw the stinker. So, like, he's not the most reliable there. Let's be absolutely honest. Like, the Portuguese team, I just think, first of all, I don't rate Roberto Martinez as a coach. I'm just saying I don't really rate him highly. I don't think he's exactly like the best coach out there, the best manager out there. Again, and Portugal just feels like in that same boat as France and England. Just feels like very individual based. Very like
yes.
They all feel the same. It's just France, they actually one thing. Like, I mean, sorry, Portugal, but like, they just feel like very individual based. Like, it just feels like without that, the talent is just getting them through. But again, and France and Portugal actually play each other, and that's actually that's actually a hard game to call for me. Like, I don't know who can actually win that game. Like, that's like, very hard. But like, and the thing is, like, you can't just rely on Ronaldo to score all of the goals. Like, he's 39. I think you can't just rely on him. So like, you need your other players. And I think Portugal's attack in this entire Euros in general hasn't been the best. Like, yeah, they scored those 3 goals against Turkey. Okay, but like one of them was an own goal. And like, even with that, like, they took forever to break down. And like, honestly, if you look at Portugal's performances throughout this Euros, played poorly against the Czech Republic, an own goal and a deflection got them through. Okay, they beat Turkey 3-0, but one of them was an own goal. And yeah, like, they were fine in that game, I guess. But like, that was also down to Turkey just for some reason just switching their lineup completely from the Georgia game, just switching their lineup completely. I don't know what that was about. They lost against Georgia. Yeah, they rotated the team, but it's still Georgia. And like, if you look at the lineup, like, they probably should be winning that game. Like, it's Georgia. And in this Slovenia game, again, not a convincing performance at all. And just feels like they could have even lost this game. Like, it's just, like, I just think they need to figure it out. And you can't just rely on Ronaldo solely. Like, this is not the old times. This is not when Ronaldo was at his peak. This is now, let's be absolutely honest. I'm not going to call him washed. I'm not going to say he's washed, but he's like,
on the last legs.
He was on his last legs. This is his twilight years. Like, you can't just rely on him. I think others have to step up. I think other Portuguese players have to step up.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, Bernardo Silva, man. You're just not that guy. You're amazing
for Portugal. Like, he's this whole Euros. I just think like this Euros. Like, I just think it's just not like, I don't know. And Rafael Leao also in this Euros just not the greatest either. Like, just feels like it's not even just. This is why I feel like people that just blame Ronaldo for Portugal's lack of goals. I just think it's not. I just think it's not right. If you look at the games, take Ronaldo away, what are the other attackers for Portugal doing? Nothing really. They're not really doing much, are they? So like, there's that kid for Portugal. I think his name is Conceição or something. I think. Yeah,
Conceição's good.
Honestly, why not start him? Like, why not just start him at this point?
Yeah. But the thing is, I noticed with Portugal, I think the wingers they're very like I don't know how to explain, but they're not direct.
They're one-dimensional, I feel like.
One-dimensional, yes. You nailed it.
Yeah, like Leao is very quick, right? But again, like, cut inside and all that, but like, finishing-wise, not great. Has never been a great finisher. Playmaking-wise, again, not the best playmaker. It's fine. Like, decision-making, like, he's just a bit more predictable, right? He's just a bit, like, and Bernardo Silva is not the most explosive. He's more technical, but the problem is, like, it's just, when you're up against national teams like Slovenia, where you need to like, I just feel like for these kind of national teams, you need some kind of players that are like more explosive. I know this contradicts my point, but like about Rafael Leao, but I just feel like in this kind of game, like Pedro Neto and Francisco Conceição, I think probably should have. There's an argument I would say they probably should have started this game because they were the ones who brought that game back for Portugal against Czech Republic, and
yes,
so honestly, like Bernardo Silva, I just think in this kind of a game where it's like so hard to break down a low block, I don't think he was the best choice, in my opinion. Like, I don't think he should have started. Well, it should have been taken off way sooner if he was even taken off. Like, I just think in these kind of some games, like I think you just need more direct players to go at these low blocks than just these kind of one-dimensional players. They're just like more predictable to play against. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. And Pepe, man, you must be relieved because Pepe almost costed his team with that mistake there. Sesko, man. Sesko was 1v1 and almost scored.
Yeah. Sesko in this tournament, I'm not going to lie, not great. Against Slovenia, hats off for making it this far. But at the same time, though, they didn't win a single game. Like, and this is where I can see the argument is like they didn't win a single game. They made the knockouts. Like you can make the knockouts without winning a single game. Like sounds a bit concerning. Does it not? Sounds a bit.
Yeah. Shout out to this center back, man. Vihol. Yeah, he's very good. He had a great game.
I know him. I know he's at Udinese. I know him. I know who that is.
Yeah, that guy was fantastic.
Visual, yeah. I know him.
And shout out to Oblak for making that crucial save and regulation to deny Ronaldo. It was a great save, by the way, guys. You cannot say it was a bad penalty. That was a great save from a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
You know it's a good save? When your goalkeeper has to go very close, like has to reach his arms.
Yeah.
Has to outstretch.
That just means it's a great save. Yeah.
It's a great save, guys. So I don't want to hear anyone say, "Oh, that was a terrible penalty from Ronaldo."
It
or
was
anything
not
like that.
terrible penalty. It was just a great
that
save.
Was a
point. Like, and look, Slovenia, they played fine in this game. I just think that, ultimately penalties, like, we'll see. It's just the thing is, like, they didn't win a single game, and I get that they nearly beat Serbia and all that. Like, I get that, but like, I don't know. I just think that, I think Portugal got a bit lucky, and I'm not trying to disrespect Slovenia by any means, but I just think Portugal got a bit lucky that they didn't play a stronger team, Yeah,
and also crazy stat for you guys. Ronaldo has scored, I believe, the most goals against any team is against Atletico Madrid, and most of those games had Oblak in goal. So very interesting.
But I think not much else to say about this game. It's just Portugal need to fix up. They cannot play like this. Same as France. Yeah, funnily enough, they play each other. So
yeah, and also one thing I want to say: Oblak and penalty shootouts, man. I'm sorry, he's just not that good. The only penalty. Wait, don't tell me the only penalty shootouts won has been against your club. Oh shoot!
Oh my goodness gracious! Yeah, I think it might be crazy.
Yeah, that's why every other time he's been on penalties shootout, I think he's lost. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Wow. Anyways, I think we should move. Here's your crazier stat. Ronaldo didn't even score in tournament since the game against Ghana. Oh, my jeez. Diego Costa said, Ronnie Crine said, I bet. Oh, yeah, Diego Costa came up clutch, guys. Made 3 saves on penalty shoot, guys.
Yeah. 3 saves back-to-back. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's consecutively.
Like, has that even happened in Euros before? I don't even know. It has to be checked.
I think the last time this has happened was the Confederations Cup, Portugal versus Chile, I think, 2017.
Oh, but that's a Confederations Cup.
Yeah, it's Confederations Cup.
Like, kind of.
Well, actually, what about Morocco, Spain?
I'm pretty sure not all were like saved. I think.
Oh yeah, some are missed.
Yeah. And maybe I'm talking about save. Like I'm talking about save.
I don't know, man. Let me know in the chat, guys. Let me know in the chat because I'm not sure.
Like the Portugal against Chile, kind of ironic that it was Portugal, as against Portugal, but that was the Confederations Cup. But we're gonna count that.
Yeah, and guys, Portugal are just too individualistic, man. Slovenia messed up with who they chose to take pens. They chose the first 2 takers who were left-footed to take pens. This was a bad coach. He said, "Oh, you know what really made me surprised? Why did Sesko not take a penalty?
Yeah, he should have just taken a. I always think that attackers should be taking the penalties because they get the most. They shoot the most during the games. They get their attackers for a reason, right? I think they should be taking penalties.
Yeah,
and then
and
you
last
can
thing I
have
want to
like
say,
midfielders and defenders mixed in.
yeah, last thing I want to say before we move is that why is Ronaldo still taking free kicks? It's crazy to me. I'm sorry, the
I
guy's
don't
free
know.
kicks.
Like they think this is like Spain 2018. Like has he even scored a free kick since then? Actually, he probably has for Juve.
Yeah, it's free kick. Ronaldo, man, I understand it's the middle of the. You shouldn't be crying in the middle of the game.
Come on, like don't cry. Plus, it's Ronaldo. Like, bro, come on, like.
Yeah, you could cry at the end of the game. I'm okay with the end of the game, but not in the middle of the game. Like you still have more time to go. It's not like the
you
game
still have it. Like, I don't know. Like, but I'll say this though. I'll say before I forget though. Shame on BBC for the thing that they posted. I'm pretty sure you saw. When they posted the troll thing. Like, come on, like that's just awful with journalism. Like, why are you doing that? Like,
yeah. Wait, it's not. Are you talking about this? Wait. Oh, it's a Cristiano. It's the
Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, where you say like, nah,
bruh.
you can't. Like, come on. Like, you can't just write that like that. Like, that's just awful.
Yeah. To be fair, defenders can't take good penalties.
Well, yeah, that's true. They can, but like, I still think attackers should be also taking them.
Yeah, I think attackers should get more priority, though. To be fair.
Yeah.
All right, hour 45. Geez, we got to round off soon. You have to leave soon, I think. So we got to round off quickly. Okay, Romania, Netherlands. Yeah. This was a pretty one-sided game. Not really much to say. Netherlands
absolutely poor. I thought Romania could have possibly done an upset. Nah, not even close. Netherlands from start to finish dominant. Not much else to say, really. Like, but I still am not convinced the most by this Netherlands side. I'm still not like fully convinced. If that makes sense. Like,
am I wrong? Yeah. Am I wrong in saying that this team is Gakpo FC?
Honestly, probably not. Like, it just feels like I don't know. I just don't trust this Netherlands team. Like, I just think their team is just like I think against they could make the semis because Turkey. We're gonna get into them. Actually, yeah, we're gonna get into those guys. But like,
that's a tough game. That's a tough game.
That's a tough game. But like, I think in this game, yeah, I mean, Netherlands dominate the game 3-0. What? Not much else to say, really, is there? Like, Romania, you beat my country 3-0. You went through the group. Congratulations for making it this far. But this is the game where I think it was just, yeah, like they kind of got exposed in this game.
Yeah. All right, Bill. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna move to the next game. We're gonna round this up quickly, because.
And now this is a game where this is probably like the only one. Like, I just want to say, right, Austria, nah, like all that hype is including from me, like all that hype, first in the group, all that just to lose against Turkey, nah. Like,
yeah, we gotta show respect to Turkey.
Like, I'm gonna respect Turkey. Like, Turkey, good team, and all that. Like, yeah, but like, I just think Austria just, nah, like you can't. Come on, like all that hype and like disappointing. Like, I think it's a disappointing campaign. Like, or like they obviously topped their group and all that, but like, nah, like how are you? Like, this has to leave a sour taste in their mouth. Turkey, I think Turkey, I think, are just overall a good team. Like, they're definitely tricky. I think that the Netherlands-Turkey is a pretty balanced game. I think it's a pretty even game, in my opinion. Like, I don't know that's going to go. That can go either way, but I'm just disappointed in Austria. Like, I thought they were actually going to be a legit team, and, well, that turns out that they were found out. That's how it is.
Yeah. Also, what's crazy, guys? Austria haven't won a knockout game in an international competition since 1954.
Insane.
Yeah, that's actually crazy. As for Turkey, man, I think for Austria, the worst thing was conceding that early goal. I think conceding that early goal was the worst thing that happened to them.
Yeah, because, I mean, that ruined their game plan completely. And they just gave Turkey a lifeline.
Yeah, because in that first half, Austria were, like, very slow. Like, I don't know if you agree with me on this. I think they were very slow, very, like...
They felt very surprised, just kind of out of place because of that first goal. Yeah. Like, it's just in these kind of tournaments, first goals mean a lot. Like,
yeah. And the second half, they did raise their level, but I feel like it was a bit too late. If that makes any sense.
Defensively, Austria in this game, poor.
Yeah, very poor.
Demiral unmarked completely for both goals. Like,
yeah, they
and
did. They did
it
give
has to be disappointing, right? Because there were high expectations for Austria.
Yeah.
In a way, they topped their group. Yeah, but like to go out in round of 16, I don't know. Like, I just think it has to be some sort of disappointment, right?
Yeah. I remember Demiral scored the second goal.
Yep.
They got one back. And did you guys see the save at the end? That was a crazy save.
Yeah.
It was the 95th minute, I think.
Yeah, but Turkey, I mean, I still think Turkish defense, actually, no, we're going to have to apologize, right? This is the part where I apologize to the Turkish defense. I mean, they played good defensively today, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that goal probably could have done a bit better, but like they were good defensively today, and it just shows you a lot. But I'll say this though, I still think they should, stay more compact overall. Like they should definitely be a bit more compact for the Netherlands game. Like, but like Turkey, I like their team. They clearly got a good generation coming through, and maybe the Turkey dark horse thing that we were saying 3 years ago, maybe this was the true one. Maybe this is just long overdue.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We had the two dark horses of this Euros and the last Euros.
Yeah.
So yeah, for Turkey, as I said, man, and very interesting. And they were able to do this without Çalhanoğlu, which is actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, and he's going to be back for the Netherlands game, so that's tough.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Turkey, I think Turkey could make the semifinal. Like it's not impossible. They could do it.
Yeah. Yeah, remember, this is the first time Turkey have advanced to a quarterfinal since, I believe, 2008.
And 2008, where do they get to? They go to the semifinal. So
yeah, semifinal. So that's that's pretty crazy. So yeah, for Turkey, as I said, man, great performance. It was a bit weird. I don't know if you agree with me. Gula to play at striker. That was a kind of a bit.
Gula is a bit weird, but you know what? He did his thing.
It actually worked on the day.
It wasn't a stinker or anything. He's not a striker. Like he's not a striker, but like it actually, like as I said, this is the only thing that I might criticize Montella for. He's changing the lineups a bit too much. He's chopping it like he needs to just. I personally think if he plays a lineup that he played against Georgia in the first game, or at the very least play the lineup against Czech Republic, I think that would be better, in my opinion. I think that would just be a bit better.
Yeah.
He should not change the lineup too much. I still think Goulet as a striker, I think it should not happen against the, I mean, Goulet got an assist today and it actually worked. So, it was I don't think it should happen against Netherlands. I think they should play.
Yeah. Yeah. And then quickly talk about Austria real quick. Austria, man, they were great, but the issue I said with Austria is that their goal scoring is so bad. They're just not clinical when it comes to the final third.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You can't rely
and also, remember, I know this is a friendly, but remember in a friendly, Austria beat Turkey 6-1, I believe, before the start.
Yes. Yeah.
But this again shows you, one, it's a friendly, and two, even if it was not, in tournament football, it's completely different. It's a completely different landscape. And Turkey, I mean, they just did their thing. Like, they won. I think they deserved the win. And, like, Austria, I don't think Austria were, like, terrible on the night or anything, but, like, again, not clinical, and Turkey were more clinical. Austria made those two defensive errors, especially conceding like such an early goal in the first minute. In the end, tournament football, especially knockout stage football, is about moments. Moments get you through. That's how it is, and that's what differentiates. I think this was actually a fun game to watch. Like, this is actually a good game.
Oh yeah, this was a great game. Yeah, this might be the best round of 16 game. Honestly.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I mean, that's really it. But I mean, Turkey-Netherlands is a pretty balanced game. I think that's a very even game. Like, that can go either way. So we'll have to see. And
all right, let's quickly look at the quarterfinals real quick, and then we're gonna round off here, guys. Sorry, what were you saying, Doodle?
Yeah, so basically quarterfinals, I mean, Spain, Germany, that's probably the biggest game there, right? I think that's the biggest one.
Yeah.
France and Portugal, two so far underperforming sides, in my opinion, going at each other. So one of them is they both have to step it up. We'll see which one does it more. Netherlands, Turkey, pretty even game, like very even game. I think that can go either way. And England, Switzerland, on paper, England is a better team, but we all know this Switzerland side, they could be a shock. So that could be an upset there. We have to see.
Yeah, obviously I'm going to draw my predictions video probably tomorrow, guys, since since the Brazil game will be starting soon. So, and I got to do some other stuff.
Yeah, and I got to
but I'll probably
head out soon. So,
yeah. So, it's going to be interesting, guys. We have two crazy quarterfinals, and then we have like two kind of very close quarterfinals. You could say the bracket's very interesting.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. We just have to see. Hopefully we get good games. That's basically what we need.
Yeah, and I think you can tell which bracket is stronger is the left side. That's completely superior, but
yeah,
the right side could provide surprise.
So we'll see what happens. We'll just see.
Yeah, because it's actually weird, guys. I'm not gonna give my predictions here, but I've already made my mind the left side, but the right side, I'm not as
That's what confident. I'm saying as well. Left. Actually, no. I still have to think about the Portugal France game. The Spain-Germany game, maybe I kind of hinted it already in this slide. I think I will see what happens, though. We'll see. I'm not completely sure about that yet, but that one's the one where I'm a bit more sure, ironically enough. But the other games, I still have to think. Other games, we'll see what happens. And
it's a shame. It's a shame that both games are on the same day. I don't like it's Friday.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't like the scheduling, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
You have to rush it in, and so. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. Let me read through your guys' comments. And I guess you could head out now. So I'll just go through the comments. You can stay on if you want, but I guess.
See you. I gotta head out now, so do not miss the game. So yeah, but thank you for having me, and we'll see what happens in quarterfinals. We'll see what happens throughout this tournament.
Yeah. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Let's read some guys' comments. Romania still have some well-behaved fans. That bum Rooney. Wow, Robert. CR7 dunked in England 2006 World Cup. Rooney hasn't forgotten. They were coming to the Euros or Romania. Rooney was probably the one who put these two. Okay, that's crazy. Dutch defense is vulnerable. Yeah, the Dutch defense, I'm not too convinced with, to be fair, guys. CR7 dunked in England 2006 World Cup. Rooney has forgotten. That bum Rooney. The role is wasted. Gakpo. Coleman said Gakpo is the star of the team, which is interesting to me. Dude, Gakpo is good for Netherlands, guys. I don't know what's up with him in Liverpool. He's very good for Netherlands. Liverpool, I don't know. I don't have notable players apart from Draxler and maybe just Haji. Lol. That's still a very good run for Romania. Gakpo's left wing. I saw Xavi Simons a bit hesitant for a goal. Guys, Xavi Simons, man. The guy is very technical, very talented, but the guy is just so bad when it comes to finishing, I feel. Liverpool don't need Gordon when they have Gakpo. Jackson was still one of my favorite Juve defenders when he was still there. Let's go check it. I'm proud to be Turk today. Austria disappointed me, bruh. I knew Austria won special. So really improved in the last Euros. It was English. I always want to see it. The fans head-to-head. Goal was great. Montella outsmarted Ragnick. Yes, he did. But my boy Guler. Turkey was always a better team. Cooked. Guler scored that sauce that hyped up Austrian press. Yeah, Austria were good. What made Austria so good is their gegenpressing. Their gegenpressing is so good. And everything. Oh, by the way, guys, big news, Big news. Somebody has just confirmed in the group chat that Euro 2024 will be Ronaldo's last international tournament. I don't know if this is true, but I need a source. So, Gula is a UCL champion. It would be gone crazy extra and Turkey Etzer study to run from one goal against Italy to brace redemption. Thank you, Gornak. Saint save. Arnautovic was a brick. Or Gornak saved the end. Dang, I thought that was going in. Montel was smart. He had to plan a double on Sabitzer. Yes, he did. And a sneaky found Turkey would win. Agent needs to duck Arnautovic to the Brick Academy. Dembélé to stay in Europe. That was epic, man. Dembélé scoring through the air, bro. It was like prime Ramos today. It's like their second goal. How's Turkey so brave? Wow, Inter Milan sent Arnautovic you. Is he happy Barcelona have him instead of world-class goalkeeper? Sure am. He's so mid for real. Do you know curse I could wherever is labeled as a dark horse, it becomes Little Pony. Wow. But yeah, that's actually the crazy thing. I think Adam is onto something. Whenever people hype Turkey up, they flop. But whenever you don't hype Turkey up, they do well. It's as simple as that. He's a false image. We started 4-3-1 goal up top, and then was transited 5-3 to score early. Was John not playing? Yeah, guys suspended. Yeah, that Gulo corner be deadly. England for starting. Want to see it? Wooler. Arnautovic was lucky to be subbed. Oh yeah, I forgot it's 6-1. Our Turkish friends will go crazy. English hooligans. English rugby will be cool to watch. And guys, people are forgetting that Turkey. There's a lot of German There's a lot of Germans. There's a lot of Turkish people in Germany. So that is also a huge support. We also have to take that in consideration. England, Turkey would be cool. Turkey in the final. Turkey basically was the tournament. Haha. 2 teams with a good fan base. Or the Netherlands, Switzerland. Save the tournament 6-0 plus 6-0 plus Turks living in Germany. Turkish and English fights would fight. Hopefully get Turkey versus Switzerland semifinal. Low. Saw Portugal win it all. France, Portugal will be snooze fest. Spain, France, Switzerland, Turkey. I wish you luck, brother. I'll score. I'm making assists. Predictions. Spain wins on pens. France wins 1-0 extra time. Turkey wins 2-1. Switzerland wins 2-1. England already beat Switzerland. England, I don't think people should pass them as an easy team. Look at their run apart from Scotland. I want England to win just to see England versus Turkey. Portugal's all I've left. Interesting. And Mbappe versus CR7, both will ghost. I want to see that low. I think Germany's going to win. But Germany versus Turkey final. I knew Italy were bad, but sometimes teams don't have to be enough bad to be behind or something like that. Adam Low. English versus Turkish France. Could France win the Euros without scoring a single goal? Guys, if this happens, if this happens, I'm clowning. The Euros is officially a joke, guys. And I'm already saying the Euros might be a joke by the fact that somebody own goals. But this will be make it bad. Guys, I got to make sure. UEFA, make sure you don't allow this to happen. Because if this happens, I'm telling HA to induct the Euros. The Euros will be a joke if this happens. You cannot allow a situation where France win the Euros without scoring an open play goal. If that happens, the Euros is finished. I'm saying this right now, guys. I'm saying this right now. Feel free to clip this. Feel free to clip this, guys. Feel free to clip this. The Euros is finished if that happens. Turkish fans will be like Kabab or in the T. Or Turkey versus England. I would say that top 2 set of fans UEFA. Turkish should win the whole thing. I'm delusional. Well, Kabab is better than Rashford. Okay. I'm not gonna go into that. He plays striker. Dutch defense being vulnerable is like Nigeria having bad attack AFCON. So figure out who wins in Berlin. But my gut saying Portugal beat France. Someone thinks he's quite for something. And they get scored at the end of normal time at the beginning of the show, which was phenomenal. Ronaldo's last Euros, he said he'll probably play World Cup. Sierra wants to send him to play in the 20th series. So Ronaldo said this was his last year. He didn't say World Cup. Okay, so that person said in the chat was wrong. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured, man. Like, this is good. I already knew it was going to be his last Euros. Costa was absolutely fantastic with 4 important saves. I hyped Turkey just to get the round 16. Turkey played brave football. England should take notes. I wouldn't mind Portugal versus England so that CR7 dunks England by scoring that winning penalty again. England fans get PTSD from that. And Bob really said Euros is harder than World Cup. Sorry, maybe to him. I would consider Turkey and England to be the only UEFA nations to have the best match-going fans in FIFA in the top 10. All right, so I think we're going to round off here, guys. 2 hours and 2 minutes, guys. You get that lovely stream for you guys. And we're going to be here again, I suppose, on Saturday to preview the recap, the quarterfinals, and then we got the semis on Tuesday and Wednesday next week. And then I think we got the finals Sunday, guys. Guys, this Euros is coming to an end very quickly, guys. Make sure you savor it because once the Euros is done, we are done with international football for this summer. Well, technically, there's an Olympics, but we're done with like the Euros and Copa America, which is pretty much the big tournament. So I'll have a direct line to Ronaldo. This will be his last Euros, not tournament. Wow, that was long. Yeah, Matt, you probably need to check out some of the replay. Don't worry, guys. I'll put time description for you guys to check it out on the replay. So, and Bobby Cooks are World Cup. He has time at Euros. This was longer than Portugal versus Slovenia penalty shootout. We have to go back to boring club football. Yeah, we do, man. We do. So, I wouldn't say boring, but we have to go back to club football. Let's put it this way. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy today's stream. Please remember to let me know your thoughts, comments below if you're watching the replay. Please also remember to like the stream. Liking the stream does help the channel grow. And guys, the Brazil-Colombia game is going to be popping off soon. It's going to be popping off soon. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And maybe I might do a quick space. For that game in particular. Anyways, let's see how many likes we're on. We're currently on 11 likes. It's almost 7 p.m. AD. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. But we're about to wrap it up. man. I'm sorry. Pookie. Sorry, Pookie. So, yeah. Sorry. But at least I ended before the game. So, I ended like 25 minutes. At least I didn't get up to 7 o'clock. So yeah, I'm sorry. So anyways, hope you guys did enjoy today's game. Today's stream. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next stream. Peace out. And that's quarterfinals, man. That's quarterfinals, Pookie. It says quarterfinals. It says Q for you. So anyways, I'll see you guys later, man. Peace out.